watch out. You better 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 watch out. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out.
Okay, I that's enough screwing around. Let's start the show. Let's start the show, shall we? Hi. How's it going? Awkward wave. How's it going? There's a lot going on right now. So, I don't expect we're going to have a whole lot of people in here tonight, but I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. I mean, we've got the Game Awards going on right now. We've got the Skeleton Crew, episode 3 premieres in like an hour. But we're here doing the thing. We're doing what we always do. And that's screw around and chat about things. But how are you doing? It's good to see Robert Rivera coming in hot, #1 today. Welcome, Robert Rivera. Good to see you. And then Ricky coming in second. But hey, it's good. But nobody was yelling at you, Ricky. Nobody. So you just calm your butt down. Calm it down. And Cosma's here. And Rufus the Red is here. Let's see. The best picture of Rob ever looks like too many things to make a joke. Looks like me when things fall off the shelf. Looks like he's 4 and Aunt Kathy's about to sit on him with a full Thanksgiving plate. Looks like he just put a toad on the top shelf. It didn't go right. Hey. Yeah, there's a lot of shelf drama that you put on me, Rufus. And I'm not sure I appreciate it. No, it's good. I mean, it's supposed to be snow. It's supposed to be the snow that's at the beginning there, but I guess it didn't work. I was supposed to be like, snow. But, hey. Banana Slamma. Hey, we've got juice. We've got liquid on the docket tonight. Look, we've already got 6 votes in, but here are the nominees. #1, apple pie crumble. We've tried this before. It's very good though. Apple pie crumble. #2, Nana's house. Yeah, sweet banana pudding sprinkled with vanilla wafers. This is what's in #1 right now. Nana's house. And then in third place with zero. I just got attacked by a burp. Sorry. With 0% of the votes is a liquid we haven't tried yet. Boysenberry jam scone. A scone. But look, here's the thing. I want to try I've tried this one. So either one, any of the ones that win. Now keep in mind, both of the luscious flavors, these are from Australia. And because Australia is full of criminals, I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you. I'm kidding. It's a joke. But Australia, their rules say that nicotine can't be in the liquid. So these are 0 milligram, which means I have to add stuff to them. We have to do a live. We've done this before. But I would have to add the nicotine and finish off the rest of the bottle. Because basically what it is it's 100 mils. It's a 120 mil bottle, just like this one that came from the good old US of A. It's the same size, but there's less liquid in here. So I have to add VG and or PG and or nicotine to make this a liquid that's 3 milligram, like this one is, that I got from the United States. So if you pick one of those, we got to do some live mixing. That's just the way it is. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like Nana's house is going to win. But, hey, look. You guys voted for eggnog last week. And we tried it. You remember? We tried eggnog. And I have to say, after 2 days of just letting it sit, I even let it sit off. I took the tank, the cap off, and let it breathe a little bit. Maybe you get some of that nasty chemical flavor. Kind of get it out. It didn't help. It didn't help. But today when I was cleaning out the tank, I noticed this is something that only coil builders know what this is, but it formed a hot spot after I took out the cotton, right? And you kind of burn off the excess so you can, clean it up and everything. Well, there was a hot spot all the way across the coil. There was a line. So basically what that meant is that it might have been burning the liquid too hot in one place. So I said, "Oh, so basically I gotta try this. I gotta try this in a different, like on a different thing, and just see if it works." So what I did was I got one of my trusty single coil little banger guys, right? Did the whole burn thing, and it perfectly, it lit up perfectly. Put the cotton in, put the liquid on. Yeah, it still sucks. Eggnog still sucks. So basically, I could have started with that. But yeah, I tried it multiple days. It didn't work. I tried it in a single coil flavor. It's basically a little flavor atomizer. It's like a little tiny guy. Still sucks. So, I mean, I guess it's going to go in the bottle of shame. So, it's all your fault. Anybody that voted for eggnog last week, it's your fault. It's not your fault. Because who knew? Who would have known? Who would have known that this liquid would not be that good? Now, here's the thing. I mean, again, made in the USA. There's even an American flag on it showing that this was made in the United States. It could be that this just needs to be steeped for a while, which doesn't really make sense because if you're going to sell it for a holiday thing, you would think that it should be steeped correctly. I'm just going to let it sit for a bit. And I'm talking about like a month. I'm going to let it sit and just see what happens. Maybe it's better. My guess is no, it probably won't be. But that's the deal. So I cleaned out this is what we had it in. I cleaned out everything. It's all ready to go. It is nicely wicked and ready for whatever liquid you guys pick. So it's up to you. The banana pudding in first place. Apple pie crumbles in second. Boysenberry James Cone in third with 0% of the votes. Nobody cares about boysenberry. Anyway, I don't want snow. My car can barely handle rain. That's pretty bad. And hey, I'll just say this right now. If anything big happens during the Game Awards, hey, let me know about it. Because I'm not watching it. I'm talking to you. So, if you got it open in another thing, hey, whatever. I'm curious to see if anything big gets announced tonight. But I'm also like, the Game Awards are kind of a beating. Because we all know what's going to happen. We all know that, there some games that you like will win. And some games that you like won't. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Whatever game you like, hey, just play the game. That's kind of how I feel about it. But I'm there for the trailers. I usually watch the Game Awards for the trailers. Which they're not really trailers anymore, are they? Because it's not like they're after anything. It doesn't trail anything. You still call them trailers. Previews? Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's move on. The Ananta trailer, new game, anime GTA, plus Spider-Man Skate 2K, DOA Beach Volleyball, and Devil May Cry. Okay. You kind of had me at DOA Beach Volleyball. Just saying. Because if there's one thing that Order 42 is all about, it's movies, streaming shows, books, jiggle physics. Which is part of the reason why Stellar Blade is my game of the year. Even though I've never played it. Look, it's all a joke. It's all a joke. Come on. We don't need jiggle physics. Or do we? Is it more... Here's the thing. You already went so far as to create a well-endowed video game character. Is it better that the jiggle physics are there, or is it not? Maybe we should just screw the juice poll and figure out. Let's get to the bottom of the jiggle physics. You know, let's figure it out. Are jiggle physics needed? I mean, because look, I gotta say, if a well endowed woman is jumping around and doing all kinds of platformy stuff, and there's no jiggle physics, my immersion's broken. It's probably not that big of a deal, is it? It's probably not. It's probably not. I mean, what's the first mainstream game with jiggle physics? Would it be like some of the Samurai Showdown type? What was her name? What was the character's name? You guys know. You guys are gamers. You guys know what I'm talking about. She's wearing red. I want to say it starts with an M. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I'm curious. I'm actually curious because I think my wife actually said that jiggle physics are actually they're actually more realistic. And I'm like, yeah, but they move like a waterbed. I've never seen boobs do that. But then again, I don't have boobs. So anyway, hey, let's probably best to move on. Yeah. Anyway, no snozberry. We don't have snozberry. I don't even know if that's an actual flavor. But yeah. And seriously, you better watch out because hey, he's going to find out. It's just the way it is, okay? It's Christmas time. He's going to find out. Anyway, Bucho, welcome. Good to see you. Who needs a good yelling at? Yeah, who? Who? I don't know about a live mix. I mean, all I do is turn it down and then start the thing. Hey, whatever, you know. Ew, eggnog. I need freezing weather. The wife and I, April, you know, my wife, we went hiking when it was 40. It was 42 degrees. And we did 5 miles. That was cold. Which is also the reason why there was no video this time because rain was in the forecast and I didn't want to get stuck outside, you know, with my camera and it getting all wet and stuff. Didn't want that. So I didn't even bring it. So no no hiking video footage this week. But hey, it's not the end of the world, is it? I don't think so. But just in case you didn't see, the camera itself, the Osmo Pocket 3, was on sale for $300 from Amazon. That is a killer deal. If you want this guy, the Osmo Pocket 3, and it's just this, right? Just the camera. $300. That's actually a really good deal because you don't have to buy all the extra stuff, right? You don't really need I mean, like I don't use the case. You know? Extended battery. Good idea. This tripod that comes with the creator combo is cool. And it actually has like a little, you know, extended for, you know, so you can hold it. It's nice, but I actually want one that's a selfie stick as well. So it's a tripod and a selfie stick. I want one of those. So I'm probably going to end up buying one of those anyway. And of course, this has this is part of the reason why you want the extended battery. So not only do you get an extended battery, but you get this mount, this standard tripod mount on the bottom. And then, like I said, goes on here, clicks on, and then this case is better, in my opinion, it's better than the one that comes from DJI because it covers the screen. And it protects the gimbal. It's nice. It's a nice, I mean, now if you drop this, it's still probably gonna do a little bit of damage, but it's more protected with this than one that is. And this case is nice if you only use the stuff that comes with the creator combo. And since I'm using it outside of that, but here's the case that the creator combo comes with. This is good, but I like that better because I do. And then of course, if you want to get the mics, the DJI mics, you can buy those separate. You get 2 in a little carrying case, a charging case with a transmitter. If you don't have something, I mean, these mics are awesome. They really are awesome. I should have just bought the regular thing. I shouldn't have. I mean, it's nice that I have all this, but I don't need it. Don't need it all. So there you go. Anyway, that's just my take on it. Let's see. I signed up for vaping baked goods, not effing alchemy. Do that in in Michigan for adding the well, it's yeah. Adding nicotine to a bottle, it's a thing. But I actually enjoy mixing my own liquid. I do. I told you, I make an acai, like an acai bowl mixture, and it's actually got strawberry in it. It's got honey in it. It's got the in fact, wait a minute, acai Greek yogurt to give it the creaminess. The honey gives it a sweetness and a I don't know, it's almost a layer of granola that's not there, because if you remember, the flavoring that I had that was called oat was amazing, but I can't get it anymore. So I came up with this new mixture, and honestly, I don't miss the oat very much. But anyway, yeah. So it's got the Greek yogurt flavoring in there. It's got the honey flavor. It's got a little bit of sweet strawberry, and it's great. It's great. And this I might as well show you a couple of the things that I got from Black Friday. Finally came in. That's interesting. The Pixel. And you might say, well, Rob, there's nothing in that. Well, no, because I already have it set up. Okay, before I show you, you guys remember this? The billet box? The billet box is cool, okay? It's very small, right? It's a very small guy. And on the inside, you have these little Boro things inside a small tank. And of course, that's how you fill it up, right? There's a little pull tab thing, right? It's cool. And you can rebuild these things. Now, that inside is the Cloud RBA, which man, it was expensive. These RBAs are super crazy expensive. I have a few, but this is the only one that I think is really good. But anyway, that's what's cool about it. Got the battery there. Got your Boro with your RBA inside. And then when you close it up, that's all you're carrying. And then there's your button. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway. And then, yeah, you just screw it down and it makes a connection and you vape. And then I ended up getting this guy, which is the stubby. Now, what this is it's basically the same concept, except they made an extended Boro. And up here is a coil. And yeah, it's got a little panel here. Oops. On this side where your battery goes. It's a neat little guy, right? I like this. But on Black Friday, Vapors Cloud, there was a sale. And so I picked up the Pixel. Now, here it is next to the billet box. Right? Here it is next to the stubby. It's the same color. I got the same purple color as the stubby because I thought it was cool. Yeah, this is a tiny guy. A tiny guy. Oh, and the Your screen's on the bottom. That is kind of blown out. But yeah, you can see it. But yeah. And then this one has a tank that has like fill ports on each side, because this is basically, instead of it having like in the billet box where it's sitting flat like this, it's sitting like this, right? So that's why. Yeah. Anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool little guy. And it's a built-in battery. That's why there's no battery that you have to think. And yeah, you just charge it down here. It's a neat little guy. Now this is actually a tank with coils, like pre-built coils that look like what is that? What is that on the inside? Oh, it's part of the thing that okay. Looks like that. Little tiny guys. So you can just replace the coils. You buy the coils and you just replace them. It's kind of nice. Then I also said they said they had another thing that was on sale, the Ascent. I can't show too much because I don't want to show off any. Yeah, I don't want to show off anything, any barcodes and all that stuff. But this is the Ascent. Yeah, dual battery, super small, super awesome, and it's a tank that uses the same coils on the inside. Awesome. I want to buy like 4 more of these. But there's an old mod. It's called the Minikin 2. And it was my favorite mod. This is the Minikin 2. Same concept, except there was a touchscreen, but the batteries go in the back here. And you can tell how much I use this because the black paint is flaked off, and I mean this has been through. I used the crap out of this. Okay, used the crap out of it. But I thought, man, what a small, nice, small guy. Look at the difference. It's crazy how much smaller the Ascent is than the Minikin, and this was already like small. It's just a skosh taller than the Minikin, but yeah, this is awesome. So yeah, it's got the acai in both of them because I wanted to try those coils out to see, see if they were going to be good, and they're okay. Nothing beats building your own coils though. It just nothing beats it. So there you go. All right, let's get caught up because I've already shown off stuff. Oh, and by the way, there's a ton. I say a ton. There's still 2 more things that I'm still waiting to get from Black Friday, and they haven't been here. They're not here. They were supposed to be here today. One was supposed to be here yesterday. Still not here. One was supposed to be here today. Still not here. So USPS. I'm sure it's because of the storms and all the, snow and inclement weather and all that stuff. Fine. But don't tell me it's going to be here on a day if there's problems. Just don't tell me a day until you're ready to tell me a day. Don't promise me a day and then go, oh, it's going to be 2 days later. Especially when they're sitting in Dallas. You know what I mean? So, what are you going to do? Eggnog equals bottle of shame, and I didn't pick eggnog. Well, good for you, Cosma. Good for you. Good for you. I need to send you 20 to 40 bucks quarterly to have you send me all your gross juice. I haven't found many flavors. I won't go through the entire bottle. Life's too short, man. Life is too short to taste a gross liquid. And the thing is I don't typically get that many bad bottles of liquid. I mean, where's it at? The jug of shame down here, most of that is old. Oh, most of that is old flavoring, right? Like expired flavoring. It's not like I buy 20 different bottles of bad of juice and like 15 of them are bad. No, these are like, this is, and on top of that, it's been compounded by, them just sitting in my cabinet, right? In here is where I used to keep all that stuff, in there. And it was full of just bottles of juice that I didn't want. And I'm like, why am I keeping these? So that's why there is a jug of shame now. And of course, I need to do the whole thing with the kitty litter, and I just haven't done it because I haven't. But yeah, it's not like I get a bunch of bad bottles, Know what I mean? But here's the other thing. Technically, we're not allowed to send liquid in the mail. So sometimes you pick the eggnog, and sometimes the eggnog picks you. Bucho, everybody. I don't know what that means, but man, you know what I want? I saw this, and it's in one of those regional grocers that aren't around here. So it's not like I can go pick this up, but apparently there's a eggnog ice cream with cracked Biscoff cookies on top. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds amazing. If I could find a good eggnog ice cream, I'll make my own. Some of you are probably like, what? I'm no chef. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not buying ice cream with components to mix in. No, that's part of the fun. I mean, I'm like most of you though. I would rather open a little thing of ice cream and eat it and have all the good stuff in it. But man, if your ice cream experience could go from here to here by cracking a couple of Biscoff cookies on top, you do that. The Game Awards is the 12th. Oh, is it? Is it Thursday? Oh, I thought it was going on right now for some reason. Well then, oh, you know what? I'm going to miss it anyway. Because of Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim. We've already got our tickets and we're going. You might say, Rob, why are you not going to see Kraven the Hunter? Well, because Lord of the Rings won that battle. I want to see Lord of the Rings stuff. I'd rather see Lord of the Rings stuff than Kraven the Hunter stuff. So there you go. But yeah, good on you, Rufus. Thank you. I'm sorry. The Game Awards aren't going on right now. I got confused. I thought it was today for some reason. And maybe it's because I was thinking about Skeleton Crew being on like in 30 minutes from now. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But there you go. And Jinzu, why you got bad tires? Hey, I see some other people in here. I haven't said hi to you yet. I will get there. Just give me a minute. Let's see. That new DMC anime looks pretty bad compared to the other one. You're talking about the Castlevania one? Is that what you're talking about? DMC? Devil May Cry. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Can the bottle of shame be used for the car oil slick gag? Possibly, but I also don't want to get arrested for basically throwing nicotine liquid on the ground. All games need jiggle physics. I don't care what type of game it is. Yeah, the Yoshi games. Why is there no jiggle physics in the Yoshi games? It is a huge deal? Okay, well, all right. And look at here. Boysenberry got on the board with 17% of the votes. Banana pudding is still in first place, though, with 50%, and apple pie crumble with 33%. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a little bit. We'll just see what's going on. Fatal Fury 2 was the original game to have jiggles, and it was obviously Mai Shiranui. I thought she was the first to have jiggle physics. No? I thought Mai is the OG. Yeah. THC oil inside the vape tank? No THC oil. No. because Bandit's Best, that's what got the vape industry, and I'm talking about nicotine vaping, THC vaping, everybody got yeah. Is the thing is, you can't put THC oil in a regular nicotine vaping device because number one, the oil has a different smoke point, kind of, if that makes sense. But you can't do it because, well, that stuff gets in your lungs. The droplets of liquid get in your lungs, especially if you vape a lot of it, and then you have to go to the hospital, and then you say, oh, I was vaping, and then the vape industry gets in trouble. Even though all those cases, they're using THC vaping, not nicotine vaping. And nicotine vaping basically got the brunt of the blame for this. But also some local companies in, the United States were cutting their THC oils with vitamin E acetate, which caused the issue. What do you call it? The EVALI is what they ended up calling it, even though it's not electronic cigarettes that was the problem. But anyway, no THC oil, only nicotine-based e-liquid. You just don't. You don't do it. You just don't do it. Definitely not a drug guy. I mean, here's the thing. Okay? I live in Texas. The THC vapes, they're not legal in Texas. But if it was, I can't say that I wouldn't partake from time to time. But I will also say I don't have that kind of time. Because at least the indica stuff, it puts me literally in the couch, can't move, not doing anything. I'm going to sit there and I'm just going to sit there. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm too old. I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's because I need to try the sativa stuff. But anyway, it's not my thing. The best stream on YouTube? Who, Filbert? Welcome, Filbert. Good to see you. If you're talking about me, you are a little mistaken. I'm far from the best stream on YouTube. I'm a stream on YouTube, for sure. But yeah. You got the other camera to spawn. Yeah. I mean, that's just my built-in iMac camera, which is not great. The quality of that is not fantastic. And it makes the lighting look gross. I don't like it. But I honestly want to move this camera, the good camera, into this position so that this will be the background instead of that be the background. Because honestly, I don't talk about books a whole lot. I just don't. And it's not because I don't like books. I read almost every day. But it's just not, I don't know. I think it'd be more interesting to have the movies and then maybe conversations will pop up because of that. Whatever. Everyone send Rob eggnog ice cream in the mail. I mean, I don't need to. I mean, I'm sure I can find companies that have made an eggnog ice cream and I just got to buy it with my fat American dollars. Squiggles, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Borderlands 4 at the awards. Borderlands 4, huh? You only get arrested if you get caught. I mean, that's probably true too. Why are you going to see that and not the Game Awards? Because I want to see a movie. I don't care to sit and listen to Jeff Keighley. Well, hey, we're gonna do the thing, and it's, oh my God, it's an exclusive. Ooh, it's an exclusive trailer, and it's got no gameplay footage in it, so it really doesn't matter. I might as well just tell you what the game is, and we move on, because that's not representative of what the game's gonna be anyway. So, why are we wasting our time? Marketing. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I still would watch it if I wasn't going to a movie, because I just would. But come on. I don't like gameplay trailers, or I don't like trailers that are only, the cutscene trailers. Show me the gameplay or get out, because it doesn't matter. The cutscenes don't really, they're not representative of what the game is. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Kiss the Peter, not the Dinklage. What a name. I'm not sure if you've been here before, but what's up? How are you doing? It's good to see you. The Game Chasers. All games need ass eat. I'm not sure about that. Maya's the first. She's in Fatal Fury. Oh, well, then there you go. Marvel Rivals is ass eat at the moment. Really? Jody B, what's going on? Sativa, concentrate. You'll build those Lego sets behind you in a day. Well, yeah, maybe, but we're we try to follow the rules a little bit in this house. Even though I know of a few people that could get me pretty much whatever I want, but it's not my thing. And it would be hard to, to sell to the wife. Hey, you want to do this thing that's, not legal? I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I guess technically me getting sent e-liquid in the mail is illegal. So like, inappropriate, maybe. You don't know if there's no gameplay footage because you haven't seen the Game Awards yet. True, but how many times? What's the percentage of gameplay trailers at the Game Awards versus cutscene announcement trailers? What's the percentage? It's high. It's very high. K2SO, Rogue One. But it's high. The percentage, is high. Texas needs to get with the times. Jody B, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And it really would have helped me out when, back when I was recovering from all of my surgeries. Yeah. Being in like that constant, pain kind of sucks pain. Yeah. Would have been real nice to just zonk out and, watch cartoons and be done. That'd have been awesome. But no. They wanted me to suffer. So all the Texas people, like they were all like, let's watch them suffer. But anyway, I do want to bring this up because it was just before the stream started. There was talk in the chat on Discord about the movie Dark City and whether or not the theatrical versus the director's cut is worthy. Well, I would recommend picking up the director's cut Blu-ray of Dark City because it includes both versions on here. Now, this is the best quality that you can get right now for this movie. There is no 4K, to my knowledge, there's no 4K planned for this movie. Now, what is this? This is, it is New Line. Okay? Which means that Warner Brothers, if they were going to release a 4K of Dark City, it would be from Warner. Warner Brothers does a pretty good job with their transfers. So you would hope that they would at the very least, include the director's cut on a Blu-ray. But yeah, this is a fantastic movie. I really love it. If you're a fan of The Crow, the original The Crow from 1994, Brandon Lee, directed by Alex Proyas, same director. It's the same director, and it's got a lot of the same, it's got a similar flavor, even though it's a very different story. But I would highly recommend Dark City to you. I mean, it's got a great cast. Rufus Sewell, Kiefer Sutherland, Jennifer Connelly, and William Hurt. Even though, look, I don't know if I said this on stream, but William Hurt kind of sucks. I gotta say, I'm not a big William Hurt fan. I would love to see a movie that I was impressed with William Hurt. But yeah. Tone and atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, yes, but it's more than that. Yeah. That is my most wanted 4K. Well, there you go. Billy, your most wanted is Dark City. My most wanted in 4K is Uh, 2008 Speed Racer. I want it. George Feldenstein, whatever his name is, the guy that runs Warner Archive, he needs to work on getting Speed Racer released. So there you go. Bonomo Juice, welcome. Good to see you. I watched Dark City on pay-per-view back in the day, but I can't remember a frame of it. It's a fun movie. I watched it somewhat recently, like within the last 2 years. It's a good one. It's a good movie. It's not. Is it going to be, as good as, The Matrix or even the original Crow? No, I don't think it is. But it is a good movie, and it's got Jennifer Connelly at the height of her powers. You should see it. You should watch it. You should watch it with your whole face. Not just part, your whole face. So yeah, one of my most. Well, there you go. I mean, yes, but yeah, I mean, there's so many great movies that have not come out on 4K yet. But I also have to say that, man, Blu-rays are great. Blu-rays are still fantastic looking. They really are. Now, if they did a really poor transfer to Blu-ray, if they just upsampled the DVD or whatever they do, I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff. But for the most part, man, Blu-rays are fantastic. And I'll tell you what, I have that set, the James Bond set, of all the Blu-rays, of all the movies. I don't need to buy the 4Ks. I don't see, I am not going to watch those movies enough to warrant that slight difference in quality, And also the same with the Alfred Hitchcock movies, the classics. Now, I will also say Groove.com has insane deals right now going on box sets. They have the entire Game of Thrones in 4K for $100 right now. Groove, GRUV, which is Universal and Warner Brother team up to, their own like direct to consumer type thing. But there's great deals on there. Great deals. You should go there if you're interested. They have they had the Mad Max anthology that I got for about the same price. They have it for $39. Now it doesn't include Furiosa, but that's the first 4 movies in 4K for $39. That's a deal. Dark City would benefit so much from HDR. Right. Certain movies I think would be amazing. And I mean, look, there's plenty over here in this, and on that thing, on that little turny thing that I have. There are so many movies that I have on Blu-ray that I got to say it's not much different. One of the ones that I need to watch again was 12 Monkeys. The Arrow release of 12 Monkeys. And I remember watching it kind of going, this doesn't look much better than my Blu-ray. Like, it's very meh, as far as a transfer goes. But I would say a lot of them do. There is a definite, it does benefit. There is a benefit. I'm not saying there's not. In a lot of cases, there's benefit. But I'm just saying there are certain movies where I'm like, I don't know if I care. I don't know if I care to spend, I spent $90 on that Alfred Hitchcock collection on Blu-ray that has like 14 movies on it. And over there on Groove, you can buy all of those same movies in 4K in their little sets. They have 4 different sets, but they're like $35 to $39 a piece. And I'm kind of like, do I really need to buy that? I don't think so. Would I like to have them? Of course I would. I'd like to have everything. Seriously, even though I don't have the room, if I had the money, I would probably buy every 4K I can get my hands on. Every Blu-ray I can get my hands on. Like, I love movies like Criterion. I would buy the entire series. I would buy 1 to 1,000, 1,100, whatever they're on now. I'd buy every single one so I could literally go through the numbers and just go down the line, watch them all. Because there's the great thing about Criterion is that there's, even though there might not be movies that you end up liking, you can at least see what the cultural significance or the significance in filmmaking techniques, or they're important to cinema for one reason or another. And I want to watch them all. I don't have time to watch them all, and I definitely don't have the money to watch them all. So if I had the money, I would buy them all. And then if I had the money to buy every Criterion collection, that would also mean that I would have the time to watch the Criterion collection, the entire thing. I'd do it. I would do it. You need Howard the Duck 4K. Yeah, it's available on there for like $11. And I'm like, I can't justify that. I can't justify the space. And I'm going to watch that movie one time and go, yeah, that movie does kind of suck. That's what would happen. I don't like the movie enough to warrant spending the money or the space or the time. Honestly, it's, yeah. But there you go. But Pixel Phoenix, we were just talking about you because of that. That yes, this is worth buying because it's got both versions of the film on the Blu-ray. So you should you should get this right here, because yes, at the height of her powers, yes, Bonobo Juice, yes, at the height of her powers. Anyway, let's see. No, I wasn't yelling at you, Ricky. Sin City 4K. Now that one would be interesting because that one was definitely shot digitally. It would be interesting, and I think it would also benefit from HDR. But he's not saying there's not benefit. Get off his back. Get off. Nobody was yelling at me. I think everything's okay. I think everybody's on the same page. But No Country for Old Men. Yes. I want No Country for Old Men in 4K. Absolutely. I love that movie. Look, you got Benicio. It's not Benicio del Toro. It's Javier Bardem. It's Josh Brolin. Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, that movie's great. And it will be great in 4K. But I'm waiting for the sale. I'm waiting for that next sale. It's going to happen. Okay? The sale is going to happen probably mid the year. Mid the year. Yeah. Or Criterion likes to do their little flash sales. Hey, it's half off for the next 24 hours. I'll buy it then. I'll buy it when it's half off. I'm not spending, what is it, $45 for it or $35? No. I don't know how much it is right now, but it's too much. I'll wait for it to go down to 25 and then I'll buy it with my fat American dollars. You just got your No Country for Old Men from Criterion today. I'm sure it's great. But good for you. Good for you. Putting money into Criterion's coffers. Those movies are Rob's Infinity Stones. He just needs the glove. A glove of all 1,100 Criterion movies. And I'd be able to win any trivia contest. I don't know if I'd be able to remember all that, but it would be cool. Revenge of the Nerds in 4K HDR Dolby Vision. I got one better for you. Private School. Oh yeah. Betsy Russell in 4K. I mean, look, if you want to go that route. Speaking of jiggle physics, yeah. Watch her riding that horse. Anyway. Looks more like Light City. Yes, you need that Dark City Blu-ray. Yeah, I mean, it can't be that expensive. But yeah, you should get it. Still waiting for your Secret of NIMH with that cool case from Diabolic. I heard somebody, who was it? Was it the Jeff Razio guy? I say diabolic because like diabolical, right? But he said like diabolic or something. And I'm like, diabolic or something. He said it weird. And I'm like, shouldn't be diabolic DVD? But hey, whatever. I want that 4K Game of Thrones set, but I already have it on Blu-ray. Can't justify getting it again. Exactly, right? See, even though it's a great deal, it's kind of like, but do I need it? I mean, like, and then you got to think. Here's the thing that I've been thinking a lot, and it's one of those things. It makes a lot of sense, okay? And it comes from. I know I'm going to hear it. Comes from Robert Meyer Burnett. He said, "How much time do I actually have left on this planet to enjoy all of the movies that I buy?" And I went, okay, when you think of it that way, like how many times, Peter, not the Dinklage, kiss the Peter, not the Dinklage, how many times are you going to watch Game of Thrones from here until the end? I mean, it might be kind of dark to think about it that way, but come on, man. I mean, I'm 48 years old. How much time do I have left to watch Howard the Duck? Do I want to waste my time watching Howard the Duck? That's up to you. Diabolique. Diabolique. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess if you said it like the French, but it's, I don't know. Because isn't that how you pronounce the French movie, Diabolique? I don't know. I look at it, I say diabolic, because diabolical. But that, hey, whatevs, right? Whatevs, as the kids from 10 years ago say. Anyway, Police Academy in 4K. Must hear that Blue Oyster Bar theme and surround sound. Well, I don't think you need to get the 4K for that. And I will, look, this is something that I said back in the Blu-ray days, before 4K. When we went from DVD to Blu-ray, I'm like, look, it's got the sound. Do I need it in Blu-ray? There's plenty of movies that I never purchased a Blu-ray or a 4K for. For that simple reason. Okay, here's a great one. A great example of a movie that sure looks great. But number one, how many times am I going to watch it? Number two, does it actually need it? As good as it gets. Right? Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear, Cuba Gooding Jr. It's a fantastic movie. It's a great movie. How many more times am I going to watch it? Does it really need to be the super clearest thing ever for a comedy? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But I just don't need that movie in 4K. I don't even know if it's available in 4K. But it's a great example of a movie that I never went above just DVD quality. I wanted to put the Goonies up because I have the Goonies 4K. I need to put that up. Yeah. And then even further is, do I need the Cable Guy? I've seen the Cable Guy so many times, okay? So many times, right? Mostly because of Blockbuster. I think I have it digitally. It's in HD. Do I really need a disc of that? I've seen the movie so many times. That's another thing. Is like there are movies that I have upgraded on digital because that's good enough. And if my internet happens to go out and I can't watch my HD copy of, Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet, it's not the end of the world. I got other things to do. And I have a lot of books to read. Obviously. Right? So, I don't know. That's one of those things where I'm kind of like, it's an interesting game that I have to play now. Especially with the lack of space. But then again, a sale comes up and I see a good deal and it's hard for me to not do it, Anyway, there's that Robert guy again. Robert. Who? I've got to get to bed. You all have a great night. Rufus the Red. I did not see that, but hey, you have a great one, man. You have a great one. Thanks for stopping by. And you know, you could post that trailer in the trailer section. Whatever trailer, the movie, with the DOA beach volleyball with the jiggle physics. Jiggle physics. I mean, I'm just saying. If you want. If you want. See, that's what it's kind of like, it almost becomes, that's what it's, I just want that then, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I'm the same with games. The amount of sealed games I have that will probably never be opened is sad, really. Well, and that's the thing. You start to think about, I just think about what is this for? And not like what do I have it for, but what is it for? Like, for example, these Lego sets, right? When those go what do you call it? When those retire, they're going to be worth 3-4 times what I paid for them. And some of those, like that one, I got on sale. So that one's going to be even more. I mean, it's even more of a thing. But the thing is what are they for? They're for enjoyment. They're for building and having fun. And especially the reason that we bought it is so that my wife and I can put them together for like a date night thing. And it's fun. It's a fun thing that we do together. It's one of the few things, because we don't like the same TV shows. We don't like a lot of the same movies, even though she'll go with me to most of the movies, right? But it's, you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of the few things that we do together. So that's what it's for. It's for building. It's for the enjoyment of it. And it really started to change my mind on the whole thing when I started to think about, I think it was the PlayStation 5. And it was like, I saw like all of these people kind of upset that they couldn't get one. When all the scalpers and all that stuff was going on. And it started to make me think, I have like I have a built version and a boxed version of a lot of these Lego sets. Did I inadvertently take this out of some kid's hand? Now you might say, well, there's no kid that can afford a $500 Lego set. True, but their parents can. And did it sell out? And now I'm that guy that's, I mean, I'm not really doing the same thing as the PS5 guys, but I am taking it off the market from someone who might actually want to build it and play with it. You know what I mean? And have fun with it. And the point of it is to build it. The point of it is to display it. The point of it is, you know what I mean? And in that case, I can't, in good conscience, I can't do that anymore. I'm not going to buy 2 of anything. If I want to buy something, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to play with it, or I'm going to put it on the shelf, or I'm going to watch it, or whatever it is. I'm going to use the thing for its intended purpose, because that's the only reason to buy the thing. It shouldn't be to scalp it. You know what I mean? And even if it's, oh, well, you're not really scalping. You're holding it on to for yourself, but it's also, the thing of the view. Oh, yeah. I don't care. I'm not a warehouse. I'm not a, you know what I mean? Everybody's different, and you can have your own opinion on that. But for me, it's like, I don't see the point in it. I don't get the benefit of it, So I don't do it. So there you go. But you're right. It's like, how many things. Here's an interesting thing. Okay. So you look at my collection. It's not huge, but there's quite a lot of movies on there, and there's more, up here, right? How many more times am I going to watch? I don't know. Okay. Lost. How many more times am I going to watch the complete series of Lost in my lifetime? How many times? I bought that and I watched it again another time. So in a way, I've already got my money's worth out of it. But how many more times am I actually going to watch that? How many more times am I going to watch I don't know. But I look at movies. I keep seeing movies that are like, I'm totally watching that again. Because that's what I started doing. Is I stopped buying. Sorry, I stopped buying movies just because oh, I like that movie. No, it's I like that movie and I want to watch it multiple times. That's how I've changed my spending habits. Now, that's kind of gone a little off the rails with all of the second sight stuff and all that, you know what I mean? And I get like excited and I'm like, oh, I want to see that. I want to see that version. But like a lot of these movies that I purchased in 4K, I might not ever watch again. Okay, great example. Bullet Train. Oh, but Bullet Train was really good. Yeah, it was good for one time. That's a movie I should have rented digitally and moved on with my life. I'll probably never watch that movie again. Probably never will. The Super Mario Brothers movie. We bought it because it was on sale. But we probably could have just rented it and moved on with our life. But no, we bought the 4K because we had the digital copy, and of course the digital copy you can share with your family and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I probably could have just rented it and been done. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm probably talking too much about that. I'm sorry. Oh, and it's 8:00. We should do a liquid thing. Let's see. Here are 2 new features for the No Country for Old Men 4K. New 4K digital master, supervised and approved by director of photography Roger Deakins, with 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack, 1 4K UHD disc of the film presented in Dolby Vision HDR, 1 Blu-ray with a film and special feature. Sounds great. Oh, I'm definitely going to get it. I'm just going to get it on sale. I'll lurk on the living room TV, but I won't be commenting. Fine, Rufus. We didn't want to talk to you anyway. I'm just kidding. That's fine. And you know what? I am perfectly okay with that. Except, man, I'm on a TV. It seems a little weird. Like I have watched some of my videos on the big 77-inch in the living room. And it's awkward, man. It's weird. It's weird seeing myself that big. It's like, man. Anyway. But hey, wherever you want to watch, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I have as good as it gets in 4K. I need it in 4K. Wait. I need it in 4K, but Rob doesn't. One of the things is if you leapfrog from VHS or not having it, it's a great choice. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. If you don't have it at all and you enjoy the movie and you want to watch it again, then yeah, it makes absolute perfect sense. But if you have it on another, like as good as it gets, I'm sorry. As much as I enjoyed that movie, I might not ever watch that movie again. And if I do, DVD with the upscale will be fine. It's not the kind of movie that requires a 4K. It's not Dark City. It's not Speed Racer. It's not Lawrence of freaking Arabia. It's as good as it gets. It's all shot like handheld in apartments for the most part. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not known for its cinematography. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Also, good day to y'all who've arrived since last time I said good day to y'all. That's a game, Order 42 show? Well, that's what I'm saying. Post it in a trailer's a trailer, man. Post it in there. Lego Titanic alone has already doubled in price. Yeah, I got it for $700. No, I got it on sale. I want to say it was like, I don't remember how much. I'd have to look it up. If you really wanted to know, I'd look it up. My phone's not charging. Why is my phone not charging? Oh, it's at 100%. That would make sense. Has April liked many of the Star Wars TV shows, and is she watching for Jack Skellington crew? I'm not sure. We haven't really talked about it. I know she was she enjoys pretty much everything she watches. Like for the most part. She did not finish The Acolyte. She watched the first episode with me when we were on vacation. When we were in that the old West room, remember that? That was cool. That was really cool. Really cool. Really cool hotel. But yeah, she never finished it. She was not at all pleased with the quality of the show. She thought she just thought it was bad. Obi-Wan, I think she thought it was probably fine. Ahsoka, she probably thought it was fine. But I haven't seen her watching them again. That's how you know that April likes a show. She'll watch it again while she's working. I can't do that because it doesn't matter how many times I see something. If there's a narrative thing going on, I get sucked in and I can't not watch it. You know what I mean? But she'll watch, like she's seen the show Haven. It's a sci-fi show, right? But it's based on the Colorado Kid, which was that a short story by Stephen King? It was a story by Stephen King. And they took the ideas from that and built a whole series around it. Well, she's watched that series probably 10 times all the way through, and it's multiple seasons, right? She watched Loki, season 1 and season 2. She watched both of those again because she liked Loki. And I think Loki is, to me, my favorite 2 Disney Plus shows are Andor and Loki. Better than Mandalorian, in my opinion, better than anything else that Marvel or Disney have done. Those are my 2 favorites. I thought Loki was a fantastic show. But yeah, I mean, she watched The Mandalorian a couple of times, I think, but I don't think she watched season 3. She did watch the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew. We will talk about our thoughts on that here in just a bit. You need to play Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's literally a brand new movie that you can play. Voice acting and production are all stellar quality. Yes. Troy Baker does an amazing job with the voice acting for Harrison Ford. It sounds like Harrison Ford in a lot of cases, but it also sounds like almost like a different take. Like some of the same things that, Indy has said before. It sounds like a different take, which is cool. The one thing that I will say about the game, brief thoughts on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's cool. I enjoy the storytelling, but I'm not a huge fan of the go here and do this thing so I can do this thing. I don't like that in an Indiana Jones sort of setting. It feels a little too fetch questy and not Indiana Jonesy. Like trim the fat and just give me the best experience possible. Now, I will also say that you can't just have a 2, 3, 4 hour game. You got to have a 10-hour game, and there's going to be things that aren't going to be that fun. But that's for an example, and this is not a spoiler or anything. I'm sent, and the part that I stopped playing is you have to go to this guy to get a camera from him. And so you make your way over to this guy that's got the camera. But instead of giving you the camera, he's like, well, you got to pay me for it. So you got to go earn money to buy the camera. And I'm like, this sounds like a deleted scene out of the movie. This is not something that they would spend film time on. So it took me out of the experience and it made me go, okay, I'm done for now. Now I played it from the beginning to that part, which I don't know how long it was, and I was enjoying it. But it also feels some of it feels a little deleted scene-y, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that they would spend, movie time on him going to have to, you know what I mean? They would either cut that thing entirely, where the person that tells him, hey, go get this camera, he would just go, hey, here's a camera to do this thing. Okay. They wouldn't send you on in a movie, you wouldn't have that. So it takes it out of feeling like a movie and it makes it feel like a game where look, here's the thing. When I'm playing a game, when it feels like work and it quits being fun, like let me do the things that Indiana Jones would do. I don't know if Indiana Jones was a real person. Yes, of course, that might have happened. He might have been sent to this person and said, hey, I'm not just going to give you this camera. You got to give me some money. Well, I don't have any money. I'm new to this place. I'm not going to, no spoilers. I'm new to this place. Okay, well, go earn some money. Yeah, in real life, that might happen. In a video game, no. And in a movie, an Indiana Jones movie, definitely wouldn't happen. They would cut that entire thread, or again, they would do it in a way that's more cinematic. That's my problem with it. And I know that's a picky thing. It's a very picky thing. You're probably like, Rob, just play the game. It's fun. But I don't know why I just did that and it made it sound like I'm making fun of you. I'm not. I'm just saying I don't that's the kind of thing that takes me out of an experience and it breaks the spell and it makes me not want to play. I'm talking way too much. I gotta get caught up here. Saw Robert Meyer Burnett on Film Threat versus they were discussing new movie Y2K and how it stinks and he was not going to watch it. One of the interesting things is how an early version was supposed to be real funny, but the final release it got cut. I heard about that. That that they changed things somewhere along the way. They changed things and the movie's not doing well either, which is kind of a bummer. And Robert Rivera, how's it going? Congratulations on your number one chat, right? You were the first chatter of the day. So congratulations. That's the problem with having a good conscience. You can't do things in good conscience. That's why I prefer the path of the Sith. Bucho, I find that very hard to believe. I'm pretty sure the Sith don't go build schools for underprivileged children in Brazil. Just saying. What is the next movie you expect to rewatch? I can tell you because it's on my watch list. I have been sticking pretty firmly to my watch list. Now, I got to be honest when you're, and I know you love it when I'm honest. Going through what it's 5 boxes of the Shaw movies, martial arts movies, that some of them some of them feel the same. That gets kind of tiring, so I have to break it up a little bit. But for the most part, I'm sticking to this list. Where is it? Movie, physical? No. Here it is. Okay, so after Shaw Classics Volume 3, the next movie that I will be watching again, because it was the next movie that I purchased, was the original 1979 miniseries, Salem's Lot. I will be watching that again. If you really, if you're just stuck, you're a stickler for semantics. I don't know if that's the right word to use here. But let's just say you're a stickler and you say, no, I didn't ask for what miniseries you were going to watch first or watch next. I wanted to know what the next movie you're going to rewatch is. Okay, it's 2001. That will be the next movie that I plan to rewatch. So, there you go. Bucho. I was thinking about the upcoming Switched On anniversary and realizing I don't know what date we consider to be Order 42's birthday. Well, I'm guessing it would probably be when that first initial sound, or it was almost like a commercial that was done before I was really involved. But it was Brian and Jerry by themselves, and he was talking about how wrestlers, in fact, I can't play it. I don't have it. It's on one of these hard drives and I don't know which one it is. I thought, oh man, do I have it right here? I don't. But it's talking about wrestling and how, they're always like brother, and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you remember this clip. I know we played it at some point, but anyway, that was the very first, as far as I know, the first Switched On audio was that. So I would think that when that was released, that should be the anniversary. Now, I will let you on a little secret. It's not that much of a secret. I'll just let you know. Brian and Jerry are both interested in doing something. Now, I don't know what that's going to be yet. I don't know if it's going to be an audio only thing. I don't know if it's going to be a stream right here on Order 42. I mean, you would think this would probably be a good place to do it. Or is it going to be a thing where we film something and then we edit it together and put it out somewhere? I don't know. Okay? I just don't know. But it has been talked about. So there you go. And Pixel Phoenix has to leave. Pixel, have a good one, sir. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of Haven. Is she a Stephen King fan too? No. In fact, she everything that she's tried to read that is Stephen King, she pretty much detests. Like she tried to read was it Bag of Bones? She didn't like it. I read it, thought it was great. She tried to read The Gunslinger. She got bored like 2 chapters in. She gave it to me. I read it. I'm like, dude, this is great. I love it. So she's just not a fan of Stephen King. But she's liked some Stephen King movies and TV shows and things like that. So that's wild. Do it. Bonobo juice, that is the plan. And if I can swing it, maybe we can have, I don't know, some of our fans, the fans of Switched On, included in this thing in some way. I think that would be awesome. No, we know SOS's birthday. I'm asking about what date we consider to be Order 42's birthday. Oh, Order 42. Sorry. I don't know what date we consider to be Order 42's birthday. Well, I should be able to tell you. Maybe. Oh, wait a minute. The first thing I did was on Twitch. Wasn't that the first? Yeah, the first thing I did was on Twitch. So what I would have to do is I would have to go into the archives and find out when that first stream went live, and then that would be the birthday. It would be April 2020. But I'm not exactly sure what date or anything like that. It's somewhere around then. So yeah. Yeah. So since we're caught up, I think it's time to end the poll. And coming in first place, banana pudding with Nilla wafers, otherwise known as Nana's House, has won. As I said, it will be going in the same tank, the same situation. Oh, this is off. This will be going in the same tank and everything that Eggnog evacuated. So let's give it a shot. Guys, I really, really hope that you chose wisely. Okay? Because I want to try this, and I think it's going to be good. I mean, look, this is test results by Twisted Timmy. Okay? Twisted Timmy rarely goes wrong. Now, he's made some liquids that I don't like, but this sounds right up my alley. I mean, come on. A banana pudding should be good. Now, it's time for the Nook. Smelling it smells great. 1 droplet. You can see the droplet, maybe. There is the droplet. Okay. I see what you're doing, Timmy. And don't think I'm not onto you. Okay? I'm pretty sure Twisted Timmy does not know of Order 42. But yeah. I'm so far pleased. Putting liquid on. Oh, you can't really see what I'm doing. Doesn't really matter. I mean, this isn't one of those things that is super interesting to watch, because you're just basically putting liquid on coils. And then is this going to be my new favorite? I mean, it's possible, but we shall see. Tank goes on. That doesn't sound right. Hold on. Yeah, that's cross-threading. Come on. Okay. There we go. You don't want to cross-thread. Don't want to cross-thread. Did you appreciate the Nuck, Robert? All I got to say is, man, this is smelling good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, filled up. Top on. Mod on at 75 watts at 0.18 ohms. Not that that matters to you, but it matters. Kind of. I mean, it matters. It matters. You don't want it to be too low, and you don't want it to be too high, and then you don't have a problem with it. It's a good thing. 75 watts, 0.18. That's good. It's good. It's good. So here we go. First toot on Nana's house, which is sweet banana pudding sprinkled with vanilla wafers. Here we go. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna take a couple of more. I'm gonna turn up the fan because it's about to get cloudy up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get cloudy up in here. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, I sounded like my uncle right then when I said that. My uncle from Mississippi. It's gonna get cloudy up in here. Because he's from Mississippi. And it's kind of like a mixture of like Southern and Cajun. Anyway, fan on, and yeah, gonna mute, so you won't be able to hear me when I hit the mute button. So what happens is I'll be talking, and then suddenly.
You better watch out, 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 you better watch out. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out, he's gonna find out, he's gonna find out, he's gonna find out, he's gonna find out.
Okay, here's the thing. It's badass. It's really badass. It's really good. Now, what's good about it is that it's not just okay. Let me explain. I have mixed many liquids in my day. Okay, I'm by no means like a mixologist or some crazy DIY master, but there are a lot of different banana flavors out there. There's a classic fresh banana flavor. There's a banana runts, kind of artificial candy banana flavor. This has a mixture of a fresh banana and like a creme brulee, some sort of grilled banana. It's badass. Now, the face that I made is I tasted a little bit of soap because I cleaned this out earlier, and apparently I didn't rinse it well enough. Tasted just a hint, a whisper, if you will. A whisper. But it's good. It's super badass. I will say this. If you have the means and the desire, you need to if you vape, you need to seek this out, because holy McBalls. That's right. Balls from McDonald's, holy McBalls. Insanely good. Insanely good. Now the pudding isn't it's not an instant pudding flavor. You know how like an instant banana pudding tastes? It doesn't taste like that. It tastes like a vanilla pudding with bananas in it, which is probably how I would prefer to eat a banana pudding. It should have a myriad of flavors, not just an artificial banana flavor. It tastes awesome. It tastes awesome. One more and then we'll move on. with our lives. It's creamy in just the right way. There is a little bit of that Nilla wafer. I don't get like a super cookie flavor, but it is a vanilla note in there, which is, like I said, very tasty. But you got a creamy base, you got some vanilla flavoring, and then you've got that really really nice mixture of fresh and sort of like you know like heated up banana. It's almost a sweeter. It's great. It's great. So, seal of approval from me. I need to stop giving you guys meme quality, but it's good. It's real good. Tasty. Very tasty. Okay. So, the first thing I want to do is I want to talk box office. Now, I know a lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't care about this, but this is important because I want to congratulate Pushpa The Rule Part 2, the first Indian movie in a very, very long time to be this high in the domestic box office. It was number 4 with $9.3 million. That is an insane debut for an Indian movie. Of course, this is from Box Office Mojo. I don't think this is completely updated because it's an even number. So this might be a little higher, a little lower, but $9.3 million for Pushpa, The Rule Part 2. Look, that's amazing. And even further, Deadline talked about it. Okay? Of course, Moana sales to $600 million global, which is insane for 2 weeks. Wicked is up to $450 million, but India's Pushpa 2 is breaking records in the international box office. Here's the numbers. Roughly a $90 million debut for an Indian film. Pushpa, The Rise Part 2. It's the biggest Indian movie debut since 2017's Bahubali The Conclusion, which is basically Bahubali 2. I have actually reviewed Bahubali and Bahubali 2 on my channel, and those movies, it's probably my favorite single. I treat them like one release, but they're really 2 movies. I love those movies. Those movies are good, okay? They're really good. But yeah, Pushpa 2. Now here's the thing. I even I think it was Shozama that said, "Hey, are you going to review Pushpa 2?" And I was like, "No." Because here's the thing. I reviewed Pushpa 1, which I think it was just called Pushpa The Rise. I reviewed that on my channel. And I didn't really like it. I've talked about this before, man. Indian movies are one of those things where they make a lot of movies, but a lot of them seem to be kind of very similar styles. A lot of them, I'm not going to say that all of them are the same, but a lot of the ones that people seem to be pushing my way are like, yeah, I feel like I've seen that movie before, and it just doesn't interest me. So I'm probably not going to watch it. So that's the thing. If a movie doesn't, and it's the same with America, right? It's the same with any movie. If the movie doesn't grab me, if the trailer doesn't grab me, I'm not going to waste my time. I've got a lot of things to watch. Now, that being said, I might have to go back on my previous thing and say I might review one more Indian movie here pretty quick. And that is Kill. The movie Kill, I want to see. It's been out a couple of months. I just haven't gotten around to seeing it. But that one is definitely on my list, and I might review it. But it's going to be on my terms, right? And I'm going to be honest about it. Because that's what I do. Which is part of the reason why I said, you know what? I didn't really like Pushpa 2, and I got some flack on it. Some of the other movies that I reviewed, when I kind of go into the criticism part of it, I got some criticism back. And I'm like, you know what? Especially the ones where, man, I don't remember which. I think it was Kantara when they said, "How dare you not do your research before you watch a movie?" And I'm like, what exactly are you asking me to do? Learn an entire country's different countries' religious ways? I can't do that. I'm not doing that. No movie should require you to have knowledge of another religion before you can comment on the validity or the effectiveness of a movie. No. Movie should tell you everything. And I feel a lot of Indian movies, they are made for a specific audience that knows what the hell they're talking about. And if I feel this, hey, this is not for you, then I don't really have any way to criticize it other than, hey, I don't think the movie worked. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, we'll stop talking about that, but I still think that is something that's pretty substantial. And I think that's pretty cool. And hey, congrats to the makers of Pushpa The Rise Part 2 for their amazing debut. I wish them all the success. Let's see. Christian VS, Dev, and OG Sega Steve. Hi, hello, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I'd love to watch Moana 2, but I haven't finished the final prerequisite tests. I know. Like to me, a movie should work no matter who you are. And there are plenty of movies that are made for specific people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you can't expect everyone in the world to look at this movie that's made for these people and say, hey, this movie worked for me. Most of the Indian films I've watched, I felt like this is what I feel. I feel this is only for these people, not for you, Texas white man. I just don't feel it. I don't feel the well. That's what was great about RRR. It's what's great about Bahubali. They weren't made in a way that made you feel like you were an outcast if you didn't understand some of the stuff. It almost welcomed you in and said, hey, let me tell you this story. It's awesome. But some of the other ones, they just don't do that. And it makes you feel like this isn't for me. So why should I care? Anyway, you might want to start sending out guest invites for next year's Order 42 5th anniversary stream to folks like Jay and Billy and SFX Leon and Robert Meyer Burnett. I mean, that's not a bad idea. But the thing is is it that big of a deal? Is it that big of a deal? Seriously? I don't know. And Jennifer Connelly, I mean, look, hey, Jennifer Connelly is seriously one of the longest crushes I've ever had. And there hasn't been a moment where I'm not like, that's a good looking woman. You know what I mean? She's something else. And I can say that because I was younger than she was when Labyrinth came out. So I can say that. You failed us, Rob. The title of your stream says but it damn well should have said but. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And KP Senti, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. It's good to see all of you. Also, belated congrats on your firstest, Robert. Yes, Robert. What you mean, you people? Hey. It is to us, Rob. Get off our backs. Okay. Bubs. Welcome, Bubs. Man, it's been a while. I mean, I know I don't stream late into the night like some of those other Game Chaser guys. But hey, it's good to see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. And I need to look, here's the thing. I need to make more time to hang out with you guys over on their streams. Sometimes Friday and Saturday nights, April and I are doing stuff and it's just kind of like, it just doesn't work out. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work out. But hey, good to see you. Is she conolaic? Is she of the convalescent variety? Yes. She is conolicious. Jennifer Connelly of the Conolicious sect of the kind of lay people. I don't know if that works, but honestly, Gen Con didn't age as she should have. I too had a huge crush on her back in the day, but after Dark City, you mean Dark City? Well, she began changing in seemingly unnatural ways. I mean, that is possible, but she is still a fantastic looking woman. I mean, look, I know exactly what you're saying. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, hey, did she have a reduction? I don't care. Don't read this out loud. Why? Yes, Bonobo juice. Yes. Yes. But here's the thing. I also really like Paul Bettany. So it's kind of like, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that they're happy. You know what I mean? Top Gun Maverick. Yeah. Hot. Dude, I love a good banana, man. A good banana vape. That is good. That is. Yes, I like it. And you know what's funny is I have another one in there. I have another banana butterscotch custard, which is made by Lesius that we've tried before, and it's awesome too. Bucho, I'm pretty sure she is. She is taken. She had a kid. She's married to the guy. So Lindsay Lohan is definitely off the table. And I will say that she was a little bit young for me to be crushing on her at the time. But look, it wasn't like I was sitting there going, ooh, and I wasn't chasing after her or anything. It was just like, man, she's hot. She is. She was. Brother, I ain't even on about her. Boobs. I don't even know how to say that. Boobs. She looks like a different being. I feel like she was swapped out for a close enough clone. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I will say this. I will say that if work was done, it was pretty tastefully done. I don't look at her and go, wow, she looks like she made out with a puffer fish. Or she looked like she hugged a cactus. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, let's move on. I like a good banana. Yes, I do. Marissa Tomei. Oh, yeah. Very cute. Very cute. Now, I do want to bring up a couple of movies that I watched this week. Last week, I'd started the movie. I didn't finish it. I did finish D'Artagnan and Milady. Now, I will say this. The Three Musketeers movies are like any good. It's kind of like watching a different Sherlock Holmes, a different Robin Hood. These are stories that people will remake from time to time. I enjoyed both of them. I think they were fine. There was nothing in there that made me go like, oh my God, I want to buy these like on 4K and watch them over and over. But I did enjoy them. Ava Green is probably the most well-known. Her character is a little frustrating. Lady De Winter, right? It's good. It's good. I'd say if you have the ability to watch this on a free service, I would say yes. Fantastic. But not exactly my thing. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed them and I did watch them. I didn't watch them dubbed. They are available dubbed on Hulu. They are on Hulu, by the way. There's a subtitle version and the dub version on Hulu. I did watch it subtitled because I prefer to hear the original voice of the actor. But yeah, I mean, like I said, they were good. They were fine. They were fine. Then, I watched These from the Shaw Classics Volume 2 set. The Crimson Charm and the Shadow Whip. Whip. Yes, the Shadow Whip. Now, the first movie, let's see. Okay, yeah, forgot about this. Okay, Crimson Charm starts off with a almost airplane-ish gratuitous nudity. Like, bam, okay, wow, okay, wow. Wow. That was unnecessary. It was very quick. But the other thing is a lot of these movies use the same phrases, and it's cheesy. It's a cheesy the Shadow Cool Whip. Yes. Oh, Lilo available for the Order 42 5th anniversary extravaganza extravaganzatron extravanag extravaganzatron stream. Do I have to say it like that? Because I mean that Orgasmatron possibly. But you're saying to invite Lilo for the okay, gotcha. I mean, you never know. Does that run 120 or 240? I don't know. Not sure. It's a lot of voltage though. You gotta be careful with that voltage. But the phrase that I'm talking about that they keep saying in all these movies, and I'm kind of like, that's not cool. It's "you must be tired of living." When someone says something as a snappy comeback, and then the other guy goes, "You must be tired of living," and I'm like, that's not cool, and it's not scary. It's cheesy. But anyway, okay. So the Crimson Charm is a basic revenge tale. Bunch of people get killed. The whole school ends up getting killed. The master, the Sifu, ends up getting killed, and then the people got to get revenge. Well, one of them is the woman. She gets her arm chopped off in this fight, and it's really kind of funny because it happens really fast. It's like a chop, and then all of a sudden there's an arm flying in the air. Like, seriously, blue sky arm. And it was just like, what? But it was still, it ended up being a kind of a cool movie. But she ends up being sort of the main character along with this other guy who was away. In fact, I think he was, there was some weird misunderstanding at the beginning that I kind of didn't get why he was expelled from the school. But anyway, he was expelled from the school, so that's why he wasn't available. He wasn't available for the destruction. He wasn't there when the school got attacked and everybody got killed. Anyway, so he, along with her, the one-armed lady, are the main characters. And at one point, they run across. I wish I could show you this stuff, but I don't want to get claimed. But at one point, they run across like a lake or a river, right? They're like, it's too far to go to the bridge. Let's just cross the river. Can you run that fast? And she's like, yeah. And they run across the river like Remo freaking Williams. Yeah. And it was like, okay, I didn't expect that to happen. But there's been a lot of like scenes where people are just like flying like this. And they're just like, oh, I got to jump. And you're like, did that really happen? But anyway, one cool thing is that the one-armed swordswoman, she uses a retractable sword. Like and it can, they actually said this, that it can grow to any length she wishes. It basically just grew to like your normal sword length, because I'm sure that they just swapped out the sword so she could fight with it. But anyway, yeah, I was thinking, is that like Darth Vader's lightsaber that can be as long as he wishes it to be? Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But then I got to watch The Shadow Whip with, I mean, seriously, becoming one of my favorites. That's right. Cheng Pei Pei. She's very cute, but she's also really, really good at fighting. She's really good, man. Like she is the Michelle Yeoh of this time. But for some reason, there was a point where I guess it's because Chang Che became like the number one director for Shaw Brothers. He began making a bunch of movies with all men. Like if there was a woman in it, she was literally like the wife that either got killed at the beginning or he says, "Oh, bye to her. I'm gonna go to war," and you never see her again. There's there's not a lot of stories for women with Chang Che because apparently he was he liked the men. Anyway, this movie was, I don't know, it was good. It was one of, it's the shortest movie that I've seen since. It was 79 minutes, an hour and 19. It's got snow in it, which made it even more different. But then also, man, the direction, Lo Wei is the director, and he's quickly becoming one of my favorite martial arts directors. So it's one of the cool things about watching the Shawscope movies, and then you watch something like this from a different company who's got a different selection of Shaw Brothers movies. This is great because I'm getting to see different movies from different directors. It's really fun. So, yes, Crimson Charm and Shadow Whip. Those are the only two martial arts movies that I watched this week because I have been busy. Not with anything like super cool, but just busy with other stuff. And my wife has been off a couple of days, so it's just the way it works. But also, I did get to watch the premiere of Skeleton Crew. Now, you want to talk Skeleton Crew? We can talk Skeleton Crew. Okay? Better make sure she has her multipass. Yes. Oh, Lilo. Yes. Lilo. Yes. Not Lilu, but Lilo. Yes. It'd be flat out rude of Sir Ridley Scott not to agree to guest on that stream, given your channel is approximately 37% dedicated to his films. You're not wrong. I like Revenge and I like Tale. This might be a good flick. Boy, yes, exactly. Boy, yes. Never work with children, animals, or women. Chang Pepe or Chang Che? Chang Che? Yes. But no, I enjoyed him. But Skeleton Crew. What did you guys think of Skeleton Crew? I mean, we talked about it. And Skeleton Crew, apparently the new episode's coming out right now or whatever. I know we talked about it briefly on last stream, but I really enjoyed this. Yes, it's very Goonies-esque. It's got a very, it's fun. It's a fun show. I'm curious how everybody's going to respond to it. And I'm talking about by the end. Are we going to be upset? Are we going to be excited? I don't know. Also, what premiered last week? Creature Commandos. Did anybody watch this? Anybody watch this? DC, right? Creature Commandos, the first James Gunn whatever thing. I gotta say, I was like, fine. It was fine. Wasn't great. Wasn't bad. It was just fine. I hope it gets better. But I will say that I did enjoy. I mean, there's actually some pretty great voice work by some of the actors. Frank Grillo plays the guy on the left there with the gray hair. I can't remember their names now. Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother, plays the robot and the crazy cat looking thing, the weasel thing. And then oh god, what's her name? She's in Game of Thrones, and she was also in Obi-Wan. She was the I'm drawing a blank on her name. Great actress, just don't remember her name. Don't remember. She plays the bride. Indira Varma. Yeah, she plays the bride. Alan Tudyk plays the crazy skeleton guy. I can't remember his name. Let me see. I'm pulling up the IMDb right now. Rick Flag Sr. is the gray-haired guy. So it's the dad of Joel Kinnaman in the original Suicide Squad movies. Alan Tudyk plays. Okay, well that's kind of a spoiler. Dr. Phosphorus. Dr. Phosphorus is the guy above the gray-haired dude. David Harbour plays Frankenstein. Yeah. I will say I didn't expect nudity in the show. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Christian VS, watch Skeleton Crew and digging it. Yeah, I'm digging it so far. I mean, of course, episode 3 just premiered like an hour ago. So I haven't gotten a chance to watch it because I've been streaming. But I'm interested in that. So Creature Commandos is a meh. It's fine. Let's see what goes. Also on the meh side of list, not bad at all. But I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm just watching these now. I'm not really like excited to watch them. I'm just like, hey, this is on. So I watch it. Silo. We'll see where it goes. It's not blowing me away like the first season did. And Dune Prophecy is kind of like, it's fine. I'll tell you what though. I don't know if anybody else is like this. Do you ever get stuck on? I'm sure this happens to you, but like, do you ever get like a song stuck in your head, and then you're like, okay, I have a piece of this song in my head, and I don't know where it came from, and I don't know the song, and then it ends up being something that you really didn't expect. I'll give you an example. About a month and a half, 2 months ago, I'm sitting there and I'm watching a movie, and there's a cue, a music cue that makes me think of another song. And I can hear this part of the song that it's similar to that I just watched, right? It's similar in my head, but I have no idea where it's connected. I don't know where it's from. There's nudity in Crimson Charm. How was the jiggle physics? Realistic? Because it was a real faceless lady. It was kind of obvious that it was like a double. It was weird. It's very odd. Seems like all the nudity that I've ever seen in a Shaw Brothers movie has been really odd. And I don't know. It's weird. But anyway. So this song, I don't even remember what show I was watching, but it ended up being the theme song of Raised by Wolves. Remember that show? Only went for 2 seasons over on Max. But the theme song is a haunting, like it's very, very like, I don't know, it's beautiful, but haunting and sad, but beautiful, right? And for some reason, there's a part where notes do this. They go like this. So one goes kind of a up like this, and then one goes down like that. And it's at that moment where I get chills. Like when I listen to it, I got chills. But I hadn't listened to that in a couple of years? I didn't even finish season 2 of Raised by Wolves because I was like, I'm not digging this. But the theme song is great. And it just got stuck in my brain. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And it was like, So now it's weird that I was able to find it, number one. And I was able to, I pulled up the theme song on YouTube and just played it like 2 or 3 times, just that part, and was just like, okay. All right, I got it. It's Raised by Wolves. Now I can move on with my life. Does that ever happen to you? Is anybody else in that same boat? I don't know. All I know is, yeah, I was completely, I couldn't. Hold on a second. I'm starting a new poll. And I have to put, oh my gosh, I can't spell. So there you go. Wow, I just realized that that's one of those weird things where I probably shouldn't talk about some things because I know of people that watch my stream that don't typically watch my stream. Anyway, happening to me with Dreams by the Cranberries. Okay, so Christian VS, you're on the level. You're on the yes. I don't know what that is, and it's a weird thing, and now it's even easier to find it because I mean think about 15 just 15 10 15 years ago. You couldn't do that. You couldn't hum a few bars and a computer program tell you, "Hey, that's this song," right? Because now you can just sing a part of a song or sing a couple of lyrics and you can find it, or you can Google it, or just a couple of lyrics or whatever. It's a strange thing, but like me, it was weird because it wasn't the lyrics that were in my head, it was the music, and I was like, I know this is from a movie. It wasn't a movie, it was a TV series. I was like, I just don't know what it is, and it took me a while to figure it out. Oh my god, it's Raised by Wolves. Because I listened to that theme song a few times when that show first came out, because it was like, man, there's something about the way that song plays that is, I don't know, it gets in my soul or something. Anyway, now there were a few trailers released this week, and a few new posters released this week. I just want to talk about a couple of them. Okay. The first one is a movie that I did not know was coming. And it is The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie starring Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. Now, there was a Looney Tunes movie on Warner Brothers docket, and it was a mixture of live action and animation that got canceled. You might remember that. Everybody was mad because it was like, yeah, they're just going to write it off. Did anybody know this was coming? Because I didn't know this was coming. So I'm kind of excited to see it because, hey, it's going to be in theaters. This cartoon movie is going to be in theaters. This makes me excited, and I do like some Daffy Duck. So, do. Okay, 6 votes. 50% say absolutely jiggle physics are needed in video games. 50% say no. Interesting. Let's let it. We're just gonna keep that rolling, and whoever wants to to vote, you vote. I mean, why does Yoshi's Crafted World have no jiggle physics? I don't know. I've never played that game actually, but anyway. The Day the Earth Blew Up. Now, I also posted the trailer of this in the physical media, or in the trailer section, not the physical media, because that wouldn't make sense. The Gorge. Did anybody see the trailer for The Gorge? Because that looks kind of good. Miles Teller, Anya Taylor-Joy, Sigourney Weaver in The Gorge, and it's going to be on Apple TV Plus. That's kind of a bummer. But here's the thing. If I can pull it up quickly enough. Coming out 2025, directed by Scott Derrickson. Now, Scott Derrickson did Black Phone. He did the first Doctor Strange movie. He's a pretty good director. So the fact that, in a way he's sort of following in John Watt's footsteps with The Wolves, and he's got a movie coming out only on Apple TV Plus called The Gorge. Is he going to be mad at Apple? I don't know. But all I can say is that looks interesting. It's an interesting concept, and the fact that it's going to be included with Apple TV, it's kind of cool. So yeah. Let's see. Haven't seen one since the Brendan Fraser one. Ah, yes. I ain't going to no damn theater, dang it. Anyone who says no is wrong. I don't know about that. I mean, there's a lot of games that it's distracting. Like in a fighting game, why is that in a why? Because there's a lot of fighting games I'd never played before. Okay, and when I got my Steam Deck, I got access to a bunch of games that I'd never seen before, right? And I'm looking at these and I'm like, why does that character need that? You know, why? Why is that a thing? And then another one that really shocked me is when I bought my Vita, my PS Vita back in the day, right? And one of the games that people were just going on and on about, oh, you gotta get this game. Gotta get this game. It's one of the best games on PS Vita. Dragon's Crown. Dragon's Crown? Is that what it's called? Now I can't remember. Is it Dragon's Crown? Yeah. Yeah. Dragon's Crown. And I'm playing the game. And I'm like, what's with the character? Why? Like, beautifully drawn. I mean, these are like, they're kind of gorgeous, but at the same time, I'm looking, especially the sorceress, and I'm kind of like, hey, because boobs move, so fighting games need it. I mean, yeah, but really, and I do want to touch on this really fast. I mean, it's not, honestly, I don't even know what to think about it. It's weird. Jeremy Allen White from The Bear. I still haven't seen The Bear. Has anybody seen The Bear? Is The Bear worth watching? Anyway, yeah, he is going to be in The Mandalorian and Grogu as Rato the Hutt, Stinky from the original Clone Wars movie. Yeah, the animated movie that went direct to theaters was really not very good. I don't understand this. I don't understand this casting. Other than, hey, maybe Jeremy Allen White is just a really big Star Wars fan and he wants to be a part of Star Wars, but doesn't have the time or the schedule to actually be in the movie. So it's like, whatever. Okay. The Bear is worth watching. Okay, Shozama. All right. Okay. And then also in like news where it's kind of like, I mean, okay. Chris Evans is returning to Marvel for Avengers Doomsday. Okay. So you got Robert Downey Jr. coming back as a different character. Chris Evans is coming back. Don't know who's going to, what is he going to be doing? Is he going to be, old Steve Rogers? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. But then again, you've got the Fantastic Four coming, and they seem to be in like an alternate universe. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to get? But Chris Evans is coming back. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. So let me get caught up in the thing. I know it. Oh, I didn't know it being made, but I do like me some Looney Tunes. Might have to go see it. See, that's one of those things where I see a Looney Tunes movie and I'm like, okay. And then only in theaters. And I'm like, okay, so it's good enough to put in theaters. I might have to go watch it. Because I love Looney Tunes. I want to support it. Sorry, Dave. I am unable to answer your poll as it is missing a fourth response. Not needed, but it's okay if it is. Yeah, I mean, I just came up with it quick, but yeah, you're probably right. Why not? My girl Bacon had decent ones, but now they're a giant. I don't know who that is. You're not complaining? I've never bought a game because there's a hot chick in it. Never will. Nothing wrong with hot chicks in games with big boobs, but if that's the selling point, I ain't buying. That makes sense. That makes sense too. Because here's the thing. I played the demo for Stellar Blade and was like, man, I really like this game, but I'm terrible at it, which is why I haven't played it, because I'm terrible at it. I guess I don't know if it's because I'm not committed enough to get good at games anymore. I like games that I can pick up and play and have a good time. The Indiana Jones, even though it's doing something that takes me out of the story a little bit, I mean, the game's fun. Astrobot, fun. So yeah, I'll buy any booby game than get upset if the game sucks. He's got Jabba's eyes. Well, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be, he's not going to be dressed up as, a Hutt. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. And Steve, I mean, you make a good point. Kind of. This isn't Tropic Thunder though, so it's possible. He kind of looks like a worm, so I guess I could see him as a space slug. Yeah, but I mean, like, I think it irritates me when something like this. This is to me, this is a clear marketing ploy. At least to me, it seems like a marketing ploy to get people interested in coming to see the thing because of him. When he's going to be a voice that he's going to be one of those situations where if you didn't know it was him, you probably wouldn't be able to tell watching the show. Like, how many times have you watched an animated movie or whatever, and at the end you go, oh my God, that was that person that played this character? Wow, okay. Like, I didn't even hear that person. You know what I mean? Part of the reason why they do that stuff is so that people will come see the thing. And to do that with a live action movie instead of an animated movie, it just kind of irritates me. Because I feel like there are a lot of voice actors out there, great voice actors, that could have probably used that job. You know what I mean? And especially, it's not going to be him. It's not going to be his face. So why not hire a really, really good voice actor at a fraction of the cost? Does that make sense? I don't know. Bacon, not bacon. Bicon. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Fictional character from Guilty Gear. Oh. I have seen this character. But see, like, okay, here's the thing. I mean, this may not be in the game, but that's not... That's not doable. You know what I mean? That's not like... They weren't that big before. Carbonite, welcome. Good to see you. They're not... It's I don't know. It just doesn't... It's not functional, right? For that to happen. But anyway. Monsters in my backpack. What is going on? What's up, brother? I'm curious. Is there a movie or game that Blockbuster just ruined for you? Love the show. I appreciate that. Thank you. Is there a movie game that Blockbuster ruined for me? I mean, not really. When it comes to games, I don't really have any connection. Like, to me, games and Blockbuster isn't like the strongest connection for me. It is definitely movies, right? Because I'm more of a movie guy than a gaming guy. I still rented plenty of video games from Blockbuster. But no, it would be a movie, and I'm trying to think. Because I never really connected. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of a great example here. A lot of people, when it comes to food, I'm using a food example because it's the only thing I got. Okay, this is the only thing that's coming to my brain. A lot of people love bread. Like my wife will just open up a loaf of bread, just eat bread. And I'm like, why? Why eat bread? Bread is just a vehicle to get the other things in my face, right? To get the turkey and the bacon and the sauce and the, you know what I mean? Like bread is not something that you eat by itself. It's something that is a vehicle to get the thing, right? So for me, Blockbuster is like bread. Even though I loved working for Blockbuster, I didn't I didn't really think of Blockbuster as the thing itself, like the beauty itself. It was the thing that gave me the thing that I loved, right? So in a weird way, Blockbuster's like bread, at least in my brain, because it wasn't the thing that I sought. It was the thing that Blockbuster gave me. That is what I sought. Does that make sense? So in that respect, I don't think Blockbuster could have ever ruined a movie for me. Now, there were definitely movies that I got tired of people asking for, like when Titanic came out and there's literally a wall of rentals and they go, "Hey, do you have Titanic?" And I'm like, open your big fat peepers and do a 180, sir. Do an about face and you're going to see a wall of white. All that white that you see, those are the Titanic cover boxes. Walk up to it and grab the thing, you stupid son of a bitch. That's the kind of stuff that used to irritate me, but I don't blame Titanic for that. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I don't even know if I'm answering if I'm getting to the meat of your question. But that's how I look at it. Hence, Blockbuster's bread. There you go. I'm rewatching the Infinity Saga just to get to Endgame again. Now, see, that I get. Bro needs to method act the shit out of the jobber role, gain 800 pounds, and not bathe for 2 years. Whoa. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. She is doable. Okay. All right. Ricky, here's the thing. That's not the question. The question is, does it make sense for a fighting game to have a character that's wearing stuff where there are bits that are going to fly out in a real fight? It's not a functional piece of equipment is what I'm trying to say. And that's where it starts to pull me out of it a little bit, Is Jeremy Allen White really that big a draw that people choose to watch things just because he's in them? But see, that's the thing. I don't think that's the point. The point is to go, oh, well, it's got that guy from The Bear in it. Okay, well, maybe that's the one thing that'll push somebody over the edge. But I don't, again, okay, people kept saying Robert Downey Jr. coming back to Marvel. That seems desperate for Marvel. I mean, you could argue that could be possibly true. But it's also possible that the story that they have in mind, Robert Downey Jr. is the perfect person to play the part that they're writing, right? To me, that's not desperate. What's desperate is using a side character that's obviously going to be CG and putting a hot actor of today in that role to play a voice that no one's going to care it just doesn't make sense to me. And that's where I think it gets a little thing. I love bread. Well, I like bread too, but it's just, to me, it's like, if you ask me, do you want 3 pieces of bread or do you want a sandwich? I'm going for the sandwich. The bread's not going to give me, it'll make me full, but it's not going to give me what I want. What I want is the sandwich. And it's a vehicle. Okay, here's another one. Tortilla chips. Regular ass tortilla chips. Salted tortilla chips. Boring AF tortilla chips. Do you just sit and eat the tortilla chips? Or are the tortilla chips a vehicle for getting salsa in your face? Right? So how many times do you just sit and eat tortilla chips? I've done it because there's nothing else in the house. but I don't enjoy it. So Blockbuster equals bread equals tortilla chips. Okay, now I'm going to take this back. If you're talking about the King's Hawaiian little rolls, it's a different story altogether. Okay, now we're getting into some. Okay, now that's some damn good bread. You know what I'm saying? Those are amazing. I'm talking about plain Jane white bread. I don't know of anybody except for my wife that can just sit there and eat white bread. It's just boring. It's so blah. It's like eating marshmallows. Does anybody just eat marshmallows? My wife does. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just eat the bread. You just nothing else. Like when you're making, let's say you're gonna make a sack lunch, or you got a little, like the old days, you got the metal, thing. What do you call them? Oh my God, what are the name of the things? Lunchbox, right? Wow, you got your lunchbox, right? Are you gonna make a sandwich, or are you just gonna put 3 pieces of bread in there? Nobody puts 3 pieces of bread in a lunchbox. I mean, you might have to, right? But if you have the choice, would you rather have a sandwich? I know I would. So to me, the bread is a vehicle to get the rest of the stuff in my face. Tortilla chips are a vehicle to get the salsa in my face. For many people, Ruffles only exist to get French onion dip in your face, or sour cream and onion dip in your face. You don't just eat Ruffles. Now, I mean, I'm a guy that I can just eat Ruffles. I can just eat Lay's, right? But for many people, that's the only thing that's good about those. So that's what I'm trying to say. So Blockbuster is like bread, kind of. Oh, I got it? Okay. All right. So no, it never really did that for me. I don't know. Do you take your Blockbuster with a side of their amazing pickles and devil corn? Pickles. I don't think Blockbuster sold. Did they sell pickles? I don't remember. I don't remember seeing pickles. Now there might have been, because I had been to a couple of the franchises that they sold all kinds of stuff that we didn't get in the corporate stores, like all kinds of weird stuff. So maybe that's possibility that you if you had a franchise that they could just sell whatever they wanted. We didn't have pickles in the corporate stores. I'll just say that. Bread by itself is a Hispanic thing we do. Really? Okay, well then maybe that's a bad example. I just know for me, I can't do that. It's got to be, okay, you're talking about brioche bread. You're talking about, the King's Hawaiian rolls. Yeah, I can see you eating those because they're badass. But regular ass bread? I don't know. I always thought if they made a Timmy T movie, Jeremy Allen White should play him. Dude, you're not wrong. That's perfect. Perfect. I mean, you are not wrong. Somebody needs to make that a picture of Timmy, I just know him as Tim. Tim and Jeremy Allen White next to each other and post it on Twitter. You should do that. I worked at Bed Bath & Beyond in high school and had to listen to 15-minute Emerald infomercials on 8-hour tape. Made me hate Emerald and Billy Mays. Ah, that's a great example. Okay. But no, although there was, okay. It's not a movie. And I still like the movie, but I never ever need to hear I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith ever again. Because they played it we had the trailer tapes. They call them trailer tapes. In the franchise, or in the corporate stores, they sent you 2 VHS tapes every month. And what it was just you finish one, you put the next one in, get the next one ready, and you're basically swapping them out all day, right? So what would happen is if there was a song, because it would be like, here's trailers and here's what's coming soon and blah 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 blah, and then they'd play music videos. Well, when Armageddon was coming out on, I guess it was VHS at the time, they had Aerosmith's "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" on each tape. So every 2 hours, you were guaranteed to hear "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing." By the end of the month, because I was the manager on duty, I was fast forwarding through it when I was able to, right? I mean, if you're busy, you're not paying attention to that anyway. But if you're just sitting there listening to it, yeah, fast forward that bitch. Yeah, get past that. So that's the only thing that I remember being like, ugh. Now, I mean, there were other songs that would play that I'd get kind of sick of, but there were others that I'd be like, man, I want to hear this song. Because think about it, in an 8-hour shift, you would only hear that song twice. Because it was 4 hours, 2 hours for the first tape, 2 hours for the next tape. And then if you swapped them out immediately as one ran out, you would typically hear that one song that you liked on the two tapes. You would hear it twice a day. So yeah, there you go. I get what you're saying though. That could definitely do it. But then there were most of the things were like, oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Because they would play clips from movies and stuff, and that was cool too. So I don't know. I kind of like the trailer tapes. I kind of wish I had some. Because I think we were supposed to dispose of them. I never kept one. I wonder if those are available for sale. Somebody had to have kept those. That would be great to have, actually. Let's see. eBay. eBay.com. Blockbuster trailer tapes. Nope. Hot picks. Nope. A set prop. Yeah, I don't know. Oops. Yeah, it's not on there. It doesn't have rental tapes, no cases or sleeves. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. But that would be cool to have a couple of those. That would be very collectible, I would think. Hey, this is the trailer tape. Trailer tape number 2 in October of 96, or something. That'd be cool. Seems my ad blocker is failing to defeat YouTube today. Vinny, how's it going? So you're telling me you watch my show and you don't watch my ads? So not only do you get in here and you say your crap about Minecraft, but you're not watching any of the ads, so I don't get paid. Thanks, man. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't put ads on my stream, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. Like, my stream is completely ad-free. I do not turn on ads for my stream. Because, well, someone taught me how to turn them off, because I don't like watching ads when I'm... Especially with a stream like this, where it's a talking stream, I find it weird to have ads, because then you miss part of what somebody said. I don't know. Is that weird? Should I be turning on the ads? Should I make more than... I don't make very much on YouTube. Anyway, maybe I should start a Patreon so that people that want to give some money to the stream, they can, and they actually get something. But here's the thing. What would we do? I don't know. Anyway. Opera GX with Pi ad blocker. Oh, well, thanks, Ricky. You too. Just kidding. Gotta have a nice ruffle chip for dipping. Okay, we're back to that. I forgot. We talked about that. That's how my brain works. I'm like off. plastic pouch with a pickle in it. It was amazing. Wow. No, we never, as far as I remember, we didn't have pickles. Huh. Many barbecue places serve white bread with the meats. Right, but that's with the meats. Right? You don't finish all your, all the meats and then you go, well, I guess this shitty piece of white bread, I guess I'm just going to eat that now. Do you do that? Like, I get that, Shozama, but that's to make a sandwich. That's to, it's a vehicle for putting the other stuff, the good stuff, in your face. Without a fork. That's what I don't know. I thought the point was Blockbuster got too many copies of the movie Titanic. No, you're absolutely right. But it would irritate me that people would come in and without even looking, just, well, do you have the movie Titanic in stock? Do you have it in stock, sir? Yeah, we have 750,000 copies on that wall. All you had to do was turn around and look. But no, you came up to bother me. But again, like I would be completely different now. If Blockbuster existed and I still worked there, a lot of the things that bothered me back then wouldn't bother me today. Hey, do you have a copy of Uncle Buck? Let me look. This is actually from the old Switched On podcast, by the way. Do you have a copy of Uncle Buck? Yes, it's in stock. Okay, can you hold it for me? I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a freaking rush on Uncle Buck. But I guess, sure. And he goes, okay, I'm on my way. Okay, do we have a code word to make sure it's you? I don't want to give it to the wrong person. I ask for Uncle Buck, It's like, nobody's coming up here for Uncle Buck except you. Like, why do I need to go out to the floor to find the movie that you want? Just come up here. You got to rent it anyway. Just come up here and get it off the shelf. It's not going anywhere. No one's rented Uncle Buck for 3 years. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be here when you get here. That's the kind of stuff that would irritate me. But then again, I was easily I would get upset. I would get upset sometimes. You want regular ass bread? Okay. All right. You mean you want ass bread? I don't even know if that's a thing. I just said it. There's a mom and pop place here down the road called Dunbar Restaurant, and they have amazing rolls. I can just eat those and be fine. But again, those are really good rolls. I'm talking about regular, plain Mrs. Baird's, the barest of the bones, just white bread. Can you just eat white bread? I'd eat flour if it wasn't so hard to grab. Okay, that was good, Christian. That was really good. How do you feel about Nick Nolte and Taika Waititi doing voice stuff in Mando? I don't mind it, but here's the thing. That wasn't announced like it seems different. It just seems different. I don't know. But that's a great point. That is a great point, Bucho. That Nick Nolte and Taika Waititi, any voice actor could have done that, sure. I mean, that's a good point. You're right. You're right. But here's the thing. I would be curious. Was that announced in the trades? Exclusive. Nick Nolte going to be in Star Wars. Playing an Ugnaught. And most people go, I don't even know what an Ugnaught is. What the hell's an Ugnaught, And then you watch the show and you're like, okay, he does bring a certain gravitas to that character. Is that what it's going to be? Is he going to be a character, like a character throughout the show or throughout the movie? If so, okay, maybe. But I don't know if he has I don't know anything about the guy. Okay. Does he have a distinctive enough voice for it to work? I don't know. It's a great point though. That really was a great point. They gone forever. Sure, we're talking about killing Firefox entirely and restarting it. Got it working. All right. So anyway, this isn't Minecraft. I found one of the preview tapes on eBay. You did? Oh, never mind. It was bad SEO. I would sub. Oh, I'm going to block your ads even harder now. Okay. No, here's the thing. It's just one of those things where it's like there's nothing I can really do about it, and it's not that big of a deal. I mean, literally pennies. Maybe pennies if I turned on the ads, because most people would just block it. So it wouldn't be worth it for me to even turn them on to annoy. I mean, and I wouldn't do it to annoy people. It would just be, hey, you can make some extra revenue if you do this. But here's the thing. I've only got 10 people in here right now. You know, if I had 1,000 people watching, sure. Yeah, I've turned on the damn ads, and I don't really care if you miss part of my stream because I'm making some money. But that's just not the way that I've ever done things, and it would seem weird to start now. So, and that's why the what is it, the channel memberships, the like a lot of people lock their discords behind channel memberships or behind Patreons, and I'm like, I don't care. If you want to hang out on Discord, you should be able to hang out on Discord. You're basically hanging out with me, and I think that's cool. And I don't want you to have to pay to hang out, you know? So it's really hard for me to see value in starting up a Patreon or a channel membership thing, because I'm like, what extra value would you get from that? But exclusive content, like what? I give you all the things. Like, I don't know what else I would do. Like, I have, seriously, between all of my normal husbandly duties, between doing the Game Chaser stuff, which is, I mean, it's been pretty rare lately, but between doing all of the things that I have to do in the week, doing my weekly video, my live stream, and my shorts, I don't have a whole lot of time to devote to anything else. So I don't know what I would do. I would love to do it. I just don't know what I would do. Like, what would anyone pay for? What would be so good that I have to lock it behind a paywall? You know what I mean? And that's what I can't wrap my head around it. And maybe it's because I'm too old. Maybe that's it. Because I'm like my damn dad who doesn't, pay for anything. But it's hard for me to, like, I see value in, because I hang out in Game Dave's chat. I hang out on Game Dave's stream and Game Dave's chat. I like the emotes. I like to support Dave. Bam. But he doesn't lock anything behind Twitch. That's one of the things I liked about Twitch, is that the subs seem to be just, hey, just hang out and here's some emotes too, and then you don't get ads. Do you get ads on if you do a channel partnership? I don't know how that works. I don't know. All I'm trying to say is it's hard for me to think about what I would do to give you extra value for your money. If I was to do a live or a channel membership or Patreon. But I don't know. They anxious that someone will want it. Yeah, that's, dude, KP Senti, that happened all the time. All the time. And it was just like, seriously, come on, man. Like, I'm looking, that was the coolest thing. And it was one of my favorite things to look at, because it was interesting from a like I love movies, right? But I love to see what movies are popular, what movies rent, what movies don't, right? That was always really interesting to me. And one of the coolest things to look at was you could see when the last time this copy was checked out. And then if you could drill down and find out who rented it. And I think that was, for like people that would switch the movie, right? Or they would mistakenly put the wrong movie inside, like their own personal, Remember Train Spotting? You've got the best soccer kicks, but it's actually him and his girlfriend doing the thing. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, it was for that purpose. So you could go back and go, hey, you put the wrong type inside. We need hours back. We don't need your movie or whatever you call this because the lighting sucks. Okay? I'm just kidding. Yeah. So yeah, but it was kind of cool because you could look back at stuff like that. And then let's say a great example is the Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, right? That came out in Christmas 99, right? Well, we ended up getting it on DVD because I think I have them somewhere. I have my original DVDs that I bought at Blockbuster, and they were previously viewed copies. Because what happens is you get 100 copies of a movie. There's a good chance that at the end of the point where they say, okay, the popularity of this movie has gone down, so now we need to start selling off copies, previously viewed copies, right? So what I would do is you could look at the copy history. So you could drill down and figure out, hey, copy number 42, that's me. Copy number 42 has never been rented. So that is a brand new copy. So I would grab that copy, put it in, find the perfect Amray, slip them in, put my name on it, and put it in the drawer. And what would happen is, when it went on sale, I would get a brand new copy of Fellowship of the Ring. Bam. Working the system, baby. That's what I used to do. Because I'm crazy like that. So yeah. Yeah. Rob, do you have a copy of Uncle Buck? No, actually, I did have a copy on VHS. Yeah, VHS. I had a copy on VHS. I traded it in a long time ago and was like, I don't need to watch Uncle Buck again for quite a while. My dad actually ended up buying a digital copy of it. So I've seen it somewhat recently. Within the last 5 years. I don't remember when. But it's still a good movie. And it's coming out in 4K. Do you know that? Yeah, they're releasing that in 4K. Crazy. Let's see. Take 2 ass bread and call me in the morning. Yeah. Well, I love Wonder Bread. See, I'm not a white bread kind of guy. Would Billy and Jay wrestling in the storeroom bother 2024, Rob? No, it wouldn't be in the storeroom. It would be on the floor. I mean, I don't know if that would bother me today. Because I am so much more like, whatever, No, I don't think so. I think it would probably make me laugh. Especially now. The best damn 10 people on the internet in here. Let's go. Oh, well, now we're up to 15. Look at that. Do a flip. Bender. This is why your wife has to eat plain bread, Rob, not making that extra money on the YouTube. Well, see, here's the thing, though. My wife doesn't buy just regular white bread. Oh, no. She buys the Martin's potato bread. Now that, you can just eat that. It's good. Okay? But it's different. I'm talking about regular ass white bread. Most bread is a vehicle. That was my whole point. It's a vehicle to put the thing in your face. Tortilla chips, vehicle to get salsa in your face. Ruffles, most people, vehicle to get sour cream and onion dip in your face. You love data? Yeah, see, I love that stuff. I loved going through that and going, oh my God, look at that. For some reason, like there would be some movies where it's like, for some reason, this copy has been rented like 10 times and everything else has only been rented once or twice. Like, why is that? Why did that one copy seem to like keep getting rented, but everything else just kind of sat on the shelf? It's so weird. Like, why was everybody picking that copy inadvertently? Creeping on customers. I wasn't creeping on customers. KP Senti, oh, it absolutely happened. You would get some wacky stuff. And of course, the thing is you wouldn't really check them. Meaning, like, I'm not going to put the video in the VCR because guess what? The VCR is on all the TVs that are in the store. So I don't want to get fired looking at, Joe Bob's whatever. But oh yeah, it definitely happened. I mean, most of it was just your standard, 80s bush porn. You know what I mean? It's pretty much what you would, not just 80s. I don't know why I said 80s, but just, you would get your porn from time to time. But it was pretty rare. Most of the time it was okay, you put your own game in here. And I'm sure that, hey, everybody would love a copy of, whatever this game is, but we want our game back. Was there ever an adult parody of Uncle Buck? I mean, the name is right there. I mean, probably. Maybe. I don't know. That would be a weird one, though. Because most of the time, I mean, okay, there were porn parodies, and then there were really good, fun porn parodies. You know what I mean? And the fun ones it would almost like they would twist the actual story that's in Uncle Buck and twist it into whatever. It wasn't just a play on the name, So I don't know how you would do that without it feeling really creepy. Because Uncle Buck is about a guy basically watching his nieces and nephew, right? That would be twisted and weird. So, of course, these days you've got all this weird stuff on porn websites. It's kind of disgusting. But anyway. Yeah, each copy is banana. Each copy had its own identifier. Yeah. You'd think it would just be multiple copies, one identifier, multiple quantities. Nope. Because that way you could track it down to who screwed it up. Because it's happened, because what you're supposed to do as a Blockbuster employee is somebody's like, oh, I'm going to rent this. This is a better example. I'm going to rent this. You have to open it up to make sure the movie is the movie, right? You're supposed to do that when you get the movies in and when the movies go out. But every now and then a movie would not just get checked in incorrectly, but would get checked out incorrectly. So a movie would go out and it would be somebody's personal movie. That does happen from time to time. And then some other people, what they would do is, but that was very, 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 very rare. There were some people that would try to get a free copy of the movie by saying, hey, it's got a blank cassette in here. And you're like, well, here's the thing. The previous person didn't say anything, and we checked them in and checked it out to you, and we check them as we rent them. So it's impossible for you to have gotten that. It was, I mean, seriously, I don't remember a single time that we ever rented another movie out to another person. Right? Now, sometimes it would be like Jaws and Jaws 2. Somebody rented Jaws and Jaws 2 at the same time. They swapped them. And then Jaws, so they swapped the cases. They took it back. Somebody checked it in just looking for Jaws, and they go, okay, Jaws. They put it up, and then it gets sent out. It gets put out to the shelf. And then somebody goes to rent Jaws, and somehow the other person does the exact same thing. They open it up. Oh, Jaws. Okay. And because you're moving fast. And so somebody would get Jaws 2 instead of Jaws. And then lo and behold, they would call up, hey, this has got the second movie in it and not the first movie. Oh, yeah? Let me look at it. Find the copy, find who the customer was, you go out on the shelf, find the copy of Jaws 2, and then open it up, and lo and behold, there's Jaws. Does that make sense? That would happen. But a different movie or somebody else's personal movie, it almost never happened. But people would try to game the system and get a free movie because, oh my God, it's so important, I was gonna ask you to hold that copy for me. Never mind then. Well, there you go. Sorry, I didn't have it. Putting aside a perfect unrented copy of a VHS so you can score it later is something a Sith would do. No, no, no. It had its chance. This was completely above board because that would naturally happen all the time. Naturally, a previewed copy of a movie would naturally be a copy that never rented. It would happen more often on like the smaller independent films that we only got 3 copies. Well, guess what happens? You've got 3 copies, only one rents. You know, only one person out of however many customers we have only rents it a couple of times. So what ends up happening is that those back copies on the wall, because you would usually do like if there's 5 copies of a DVD, say, VHS was a little harder because, you know, those are thicker. They don't, you know, you can't fit as many on the shelf. But a lot of times with DVDs, you would have a movie that, you know, some independent film, we get 5 copies. Well, in many cases, those back 2 copies in the back, because you'd stack them, right? Right? Here's the movie, and then here's the thing that you would take up to the front, right? A lot of times that back copy would never rent. It happened all the time. And I knew that because I'm a data freak and I looked at that stuff. There you go. I like white girls, so I like white bread. All right. I love Data and Mouth and Mikey. That makes sense too. Great characters. Movies aren't being restocked like food, first in, first out. We got Bush. Yeah, that's what I would do. We got Bush. I mean, again, we would never watch them to see. Because what happens is, man, during the day, you get so much weird stuff and so many, you know, funny interactions with people or whatever. You would completely forget that, oh yeah, somebody returned some crazy, you know, porn movie that was called, you know, I don't know, Milk Jugs number 72, you know, or whatever. Milk Jugs, whatever. But yeah, I should have come up with something better. But that's just what came to my head. Sorry. But yeah, that's what would happen. And you would forget that they would even be there. So then, you know, you could, in theory, you know, wait till everybody's gone at the end of the night and pop it in and see what it is. But we never did that. Now, I mean, Billy would put in Familian, but anyway. My grandpa used to run a VHS rental business out of his home. Wow. Why don't you review porn parodies on your channel? Because nobody wants to watch those. I mean, the porn parodies would actually be pretty funny. I think it would be fun to do something like that. But I'm not trying to be some fuddy-duddy here, but man, those movies after a while, they melt your brain. And they're not that interesting. Especially these days. There's no creativity in porn these days. Zero. It's all, I just want to get off, you know, and it's just like, I mean, I'm not saying that oh yeah, back in the day porn used to be sexy, but they would at least try to tell a story. They would at least attempt things. Now porn is just, you know, as quickly as possible, they're naked and then they're doing it and then you turn it off. Know what I mean? Clear and pleasant stranger. Let me think. I don't remember what my there's Edward Penis Hands. I remember that one. It was one of the things that we did on Switched On is we went through like the best porn titles. And some of them were so freaking funny. That explanation made me laugh out loud. What explanation? What did I do? What did I say? This makes me miss those movie rental places now. I mean, it was a good time. I can't believe it's almost 10 already. Jeez. Have you seen the porn parody, The Curious Taste of Benjamin's Butthole? I didn't appreciate the local movie gallery as a kid as much. You got to watch Milk Jugs 1 to 71 to understand the plot of Milk Jugs 72. Yeah. Yeah, you're completely lost. You know? You're like, I got to devote a lot of time. Yeah, exactly, Ricky. Exactly. Pokemon plot porn was wild like 2004ish. Okay, real quick, before we go, we've got a few people in here still. Okay, two things. Number one, there's this. Let me close my turn my face off for a second. American Airlines pilots perplexed after witnessing super bright UFOs over Texas. Like probably 15 miles south of me. What? And there's been a bunch of stuff going on in New Jersey over Langley Air Force Base. I mean, there's just, and then a bunch of stuff in the UK. Now, who knows what it is? But when I see that, I go, huh? Here? I didn't know things were happening here. I barely ever go outside, especially at night, because I don't want anybody to, snatch my butthole. But anyway, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. And then I thought it might, I mean, look, you can tell me to stick it if you want. Okay, go ahead. Tell me to stick it. At least it's quirky news, not bad news. Well, I mean, not yet, but a lot of things seem to be happening. I just found this though. Stick it. There you go. Apparently Photoshop has some free AI stuff. So, I thought it might be fun for you guys to give me some prompts and let's see what we get. Does that sound like fun? I think it could be fun. Free. Yeah, as part of my subscription. So, give me some prompts. Let's see, because here we go. And I think the chat stays up, does it not? Okay, yeah. I know who you did. Wait a minute. I know who you did last summer. I didn't actually see that earlier, but yeah, see there were some that were prompts, like things to put in. Grimace arm wrestling Cookie Monster atop the Empire State Building. Okay, we're going to try it. I don't know if it will do that because it might say, hey, that's, let's see, art. Let's see what it does. It might say, no, we can't do that because it's whatever. But this could be cool. Let's see. Can you see? Oh, you can't even see the progress bar. Okay. It's generating right now. Yeah, see, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. So, and what's up with those hands? Look at okay, so you see that, right? Her fingers are like this, but then there's more fingers coming around the front, and then there's more coming around the back. It's so weird. A bear stealing Doritos. Okay. Let's see. A bear stealing. Now, see, okay. I've been playing with this it's part of the reason why I didn't get the stream link out earlier, is because I was playing with this. So here's what you have to do. You have to get really specific on things. Like a bear sitting on a log in the woods. You know what I mean? So if you do that, we're gonna get better stuff. But we're gonna do this as a real photo. Okay, let's just see what it does. Okay, generating. Okay, that just looks like a bear. There's no Doritos though. See, that's the thing. You probably can't do brand names. But I mean, wow, right? With a car, a VHS movie named What on display at Blockbuster. Ooh, okay. Hold on. A wait, can I? See, I don't know if it'll do Blockbuster. I might have to say at a rental store, at a movie rental store in 1996 or something. You know what I mean? I mean, eh, it's close. It's close. Let's see, a UFO beaming up a hobbit over. Okay, well, see that the hobbit won't work. Uh, let me just see. Let me see what it does. Okay, we're gonna do a real photo now. Real photo generating, generating. Yeah, what's the all the W's for? I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea. Goobans attack New York City. I don't see. That's what's going to be interesting. I don't think it knows what a Gooban is, but let's see what the AI thinks. I'm going to actually type that out. Let's just see what happens. Generating. We encountered an issue with your prompt. Okay. It's a view guidelines. What does that mean? Maybe it's just because because you said attack. Maybe that's why. Let's see. AI always has hand issues. Yeah, I don't get it either. Let's see. Two guys wrestling inside a video rental store. Okay. Two guys wrestling. Oh my God. Inside a video rental store. See what it says. Generating. I don't think it knows what a video rental store is. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. What the hell is in his mouth? But holy crap, right? They look like they're yeah. That's where the fighting games are placed. I don't know about that. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. A raccoon frying, I'm going to say tortilla chips on the back of a truck. Generating. Okay, he's just taking tortilla chips. See, that's almost like really close, actually. But what's wrong with the background there? What's wrong with that car? See, it's weird how it's like, it's almost close, you know? I know, they did look like they were going to do more than wrestle. I'm going to think of one here. A group of men. Okay. I'm going to say a group of men searching for video games at a flea market. Let's just see what that does. Photo. Generating. Yeah, the images kind of are similar to how your brain imagines the general idea. Yeah, exactly. What do you think? It is generally close. Although it's really strange. It is really a future episode thumbnail, maybe. I just think that that's really interesting because those definitely look like game controllers. I don't know. It's just so strange. Let's see. The hand of a professional hand model who has won multiple awards for the beauty of their hands. Okay. All right. We're going to try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what it can do. Generating. Looks just like Billy and Jay in about 30 years. I mean, other than, you know, he's just really tan. Okay. It's kind of neat, but the texture is off. And it looks like the fingers have multiple segments. I mean, that's almost good, right? That's almost good. It is interesting though. Okay, wait. I'm gonna clear out some of these. So let's see. Because if I don't, the file size will get huge and it will destroy my computer. All right. Let me see. A soccer mom sleeping with a video camera in hand. The PlayStation 10? Maybe. Let's see. I just find this like I wasn't that interested. Generating. I wasn't that interested in AI stuff and like seeking it out, but it was just in Photoshop. I was like, oh. Nope. That is weird. That is the viewfinder. What is with that video camera? The tripod is relatively accurate, except it doesn't the back leg there, it doesn't look like it's attached. Oh, I didn't even notice. The tripod part in the middle doesn't seem to connect to anything. That is a huge soccer ball. Yeah. I thought it would look like Melvor. Yeah. Let's see. I have to say Frank Reynolds since it won't work with Danny DeVito. I don't think that'll work. Future camera with floating LCD. Yeah. Star Wars characters dancing. See, it won't do that. It won't do anything branded. Because I don't think it'll do anything like that. Let me see. Let me just I'm gonna right, and that's is that going to continue, is that going to say that that's a slur? I'll try this. Let's see. Generating little people dancing in Times Square. Generating. I mean, but what's with her face? And why are people like out of focus? See, I find that incredibly interesting because it's almost like what Vinny said. It's like a mood that it's trying to convey. But wait a minute. Let's see. Giant spider catching reindeer on Christmas Eve. Let's see what this does. Generating. I don't know. I was expecting more. So the spider is a reindeer. Is it like absorbing its soul through that tether? That's weird. That's just weird. Glenn Harris, welcome. Video game hunting humans at a flea market. Now see, that sounds like, yeah, I don't know how it's gonna I don't know. See, that might all what that might think is okay, video games hunting humans. Humans are hunting video games. Is how that might, yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at that lady's face. What's wrong with the dude on the right? Wait, can you see that? You can't see that. Let me do this. Let me zoom in like this and then move over like that. Look at that dude. What is he holding? And what's wrong with his face? I mean, that's nightmare fuel right there. Nightmare fuel. That one's kind of scary, I gotta say. That one was scary. Do a prompt for Rob the idiot. A cat riding a horse in the middle of line. Okay. Wait. I wonder what it might think that's like, oh, that's not very nice language. Let's just see what oh, yep. It says we encountered an issue. Yeah. Because idiot is, makes people feel bad. Why do the controllers and monitors have so many buttons? Because the computer doesn't know. The computer doesn't know. All right. A cat riding a horse in the middle of Las Vegas. Photo is generating now. Generating. It's weirdly, that's the weird thing is that I put in photo, so it should do it more photorealistic. That looks like it's trying to be artistic with the shading and everything. Look at the legs again. So it looks like the front leg has split into two separate parts at the bottom joint like this. And then the other back leg goes to a point. Look at the sign. Oh, I mean, yeah, everything about it is twisted and weird. But what's with those freaking I mean, it looks like the cat's wearing some sort of underwear and chaps. Like shaggy chaps. And why is his saddle looks sort of Mexican in nature. Am I wrong? I don't know, it's a weird one. Let's see. This is okay, let me try to think of what I did earlier. Um this is going to take me a minute. Okay. Let me just see if this works. And in fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy this text because here's the weird thing. Once you generate it, your text is gone. So you don't see the text anymore. And I actually forgot about a movie that I watched this week that I didn't talk about. Son of a bitch. Maybe we'll just talk about it next week. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. You ready? You ready for this? You ready for this? It's generating right now. Let's see what it does. Okay, that is so much worse than what I got earlier. This is what I typed in. A camera is sitting on the ground, showing a woman walking away, looking back at the camera. The background is a cyberpunk cityscape with multiple people shopping and talking. Yeah, what's with that butt? But see, like, when I did it earlier, the woman that it picked looked like something from Cyberpunk. It's really interesting how this stuff works. Anybody a rat eating pizza at the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Okay. We'll try that. Now, is it just going to be eating pizza that's on the ground? Is it going to be picking it up and eating it like an actual, is it going to be doing the fold? Like the New York style, pizza slice fold? I don't know. We're about to find out. It's generating right now. Okay, it just completely didn't do the Hollywood Walk of Fame at all. Just not at all. I mean, that is a rat. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, the pizza looks awesome. In fact, man, I could go for a good pizza right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want to do the tadpole swimming through a bush. I'm curious if it'll do something that's not like your typical, like a tadpole. I don't know. We'll see what it does. Generating. I mean, that just looks like a weird guppy. But that's not bad if you think about it. That's not bad. I wonder if I'm getting charged. I guess we'll find out. And see, like Wraith, nerds laughing inside a convention, it might not go for that. It might say, "Oh, that's mean language." Nope, it's taking it. Okay. Now come on. That just looks like two lovely people. Why do they have to be nerds? Why does AI think that is nerdy? I mean, it's actually not bad though. Okay, wait. A manager holding a customer hostage at a video store. I don't know if it'll do that. It might be like, "Oh, that sounds violent. I can't do that." But we'll see. Let's see what it says. Nope. Won't do it. Okay. A cat and a horse in the forest making a pizza with animal friends. Okay. Let's see. AI. Photo. Generate. Generating. Looks like a stock photo for a university website. Yeah. Bucho. Okay. Okay, no, wait a minute. A cat. Where's the horse? It's just two cats. So this is supposed to be a cat and a horse in the forest making a pizza with animal friends. I mean, they've got look, it's got the pizza stone. It's got the pizza stone, although it doesn't. It looks like it's precariously balanced on that log. Is that a log? Is that partly the ground? The physics are off for sure. Ha! Nerds goes and installs Windows 98. Mm-hmm. All right, I want to try this. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off because it's already 10:15. Okay, but this is a cop, a priest, and an alien walking into a bar. What's the matter, nerd? Oh, you need glasses? See, and a cop, a priest, and an alien. Okay, so it just thought all alien. Cop, a priest, and an alien walking into a bar. That is very odd. That is very, very odd. I kind of want to keep this one. In fact, I'm going to. Hold on. Clipboard. This one's just odd. And I like, I don't know. I just like it. Oh, okay. Okay. So it saves on the layer name. It saves what you typed in. That's interesting. Okay. How can I? Wait a minute. I had it copied. Save a copy. And that. And we're going to do a JPEG. We're going to do that on the desktop. Bam. Let's see. A female. Okay. I kind of want to try that. A female alien. Seducing a human on the beach. Let's just see what it does. Nope. It won't do it. No sexual stuff. How else can you word that? I like that one behind the bar, like, yeah. If you change the order, will they all be priests? Oh, maybe. Flirting, yeah. Flirting with a human on a beach. Let's just see what happens. Nope. Charming, yeah. You don't want anything. Okay, the charming worked. Charming a human on the beach. An alien. A female alien charming, yes. Okay. The female is a female, and the alien is just an alien. And there's someone in the middle creepily watching all that happen. And what's wrong with their legs? And the shadow. Oh man, it's weird. It's almost dreamlike in the way that it does stuff. Okay, that one's just awesome. So I'm gonna can I move this up here? Will that do? No. All right, let me do this. New. And we're just gonna. Oops. Shit. Will it just snap? Just snap. So I don't have to deal with this. Okay. Good enough. And we're going to save this. Oh my gosh. You come on. That's just interesting. I also want to show some of these to April. Because she doesn't watch the stream. Wait, a robotic officer and a cybernetic person having some drinks at the bar. Don't tell it to hike a skirt above the ankle. I know. Man, the AI is such prudes. Wait. Why is this not letting me get off? Rob got the rated G version. Well, can I not? Okay. I'm going to have to type this. A robotic officer and a cybernetic person having some drinks at the bar. Photorealistic. Generate it. That alien's kind of creepy. Cool looking, though. Like, kind of cool. No, not close, really. A robotic officer and a cybernetic person having some drinks at the bar. No, there's a cybernetic person with some weird shirt on. Some of the cybernetic stuff is kind of cool. That's Rob in the background watching what movie they check out. I mean, maybe. Goobins on a roller coaster. Well, he doesn't know what Goobins is. The way it generates kind of ideas of an image reminds me of dreams. Like you never see a solid, perfectly clear image in your head. It's some vague approximation. Goobins is not going to be in there. It won't do it. That's the robot from Ex Machina? Really? Let's look at the hands. The robotic hands. I don't know why this person here have 2 drinks. But those hands are interesting. Very interesting. Hold on. I just want to do one more. I don't know. This one is an alien and a soldier laughing at 2 nerds taking pictures of them or something like that. Okay, I'm totally saving that one. Okay, so look at those chompers. Oh, and why does he have human hands? Why does he? Yeah, yeah? The future isn't going to be so bad after all. Why does he have human hands? Oh, that is freaking funny, man. Here, I'm just going to copy. This is easier. New clipboard. Come on. Paste. Oh my God. That was funny. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to okay, I'm sorry, but that freaking cracked me up, man. Oops, not browser. That, dude, that is freaking funny, man. I love this so much. His nose is all crooked. Oh, holy crap, guys. So anyway, here's the other question. Okay, this would be really helpful for me doing thumbnails, because I could just describe the movie, or something like that. I could use this, right? For, I think it would be interesting to use for like things that don't really matter. Like I'm not going to use it for, I don't know. Like if I was making a movie poster, I wouldn't use AI, but for a thumbnail, like who cares, right? I think it'd be kind of fun to do some some really trippy, weird thumbnails with some AI stuff. But like, can I even use it? Like, what can I use this for? Can I use this for anything? Will it deem a YouTube video as commercial? And will I get in trouble? I don't know. I don't know how that works. A Sasquatch watching a movie? Maybe. Yeah, let's see. We'll just do one real quick. And then I gotta go. Because I gotta get some freaking Tylenol or something, man. My head is really hurting. All right, Sasquatch watching a movie at the bar, or watching a movie, just watching a movie. That's just doesn't know what a Sasquatch is apparently. Anyway, so here's the deal. Man, thank you guys. Yeah, an orangutan. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think so. About video game collectors. Yeah, see, I think if you get too, what you want to do is you want to see. Here's the other thing. Look at this. What is he looking at? The screen looks like it's behind him. So is he just staring at the wall? It looks like he's staring at the wall. Like it's almost like and there's lights on him. Like it's almost like the movie or the AI doesn't understand what a movie theater is and what you're supposed to do in there. But you have to be like super creative about how you describe what you want. Right? So I mean, it could be really fun. It could be really fun to do some of this stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to get in trouble for using it. Like if I seriously might get in trouble because we're looking at AI stuff on a stream. This is from Photoshop. Can I use that in a video stream? I don't know, but I bet we're going to find out. I've done a lot of dope pictures on the Canva AI. More popcorn, please. Yeah, exactly. Looks like the room in Jurassic Park where they had dinner after watching the raptors eat the cow. My profile pictures from an AI prompt I made. Yeah. Rufus uses AI a lot. But again, like I don't know what the rules are. And I think that's what freaks me out a little bit about it, because I don't want to get in trouble. And I'm tired of getting my streams claimed. I'm tired of getting in trouble with YouTube. And I'm not even doing anything that bad, you know? But anyway. So here's the deal. Thank you guys for picking the banana. Oh, let's finish the poll, because apparently absolutely wins jiggle physics needed in video games at 63% of the vote. 36% say nah, with 19 total votes. Interesting. I mean, I think I kind of agree with what Sega Steve said. I mean, if it's there, it's no big deal, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy a video game with jiggly boobs in it. Anyway, I streamed footage of Justice League the other night and I wasn't flagged. Did I miss the vape poll? Yes. What one was the banana? Nana's house. The, what is this? Sweet banana pudding sprinkled with vanilla wafers, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So, 36% were wrong. I mean, but look, hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. That was really fun. Maybe we'll do this as long as I don't get in trouble. We can do this as a normal like thing, and then maybe we can all get better at creating prompts and stuff. It could be fun. It's just like it's a fun thing. It's fun times. But seriously, thank you all. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Oh, and don't forget, just in case you're really like, man, I'm really tuned to this. War of the Rohirrim, Lord of the Rings, the anime, comes out Thursday. I'm going to see it as soon as I'm able to. You're getting a freaking review. So, hey, you can watch it if you want, but I'm going to watch it because I'm a Tolkien freak. So anyway, you guys have a great one. Talk to you later.